course. Everything wants to screw up all of a sudden. Hey, what's up, kid?
Freeway chasing, climbing fast, increase the pace and pick this shit up. Come on with it, rip this shit, let's go and get it. Heartbeat riding, picking up motion, spark that shit, chase that explosion, catch that action, feed me thrills, wipe that sweat up, pop them pills. Death is closing in, we booking, turn that fire up. I'm cooking, panic looking, twitching, climbing, trouble on in tragic rising, all surprising. Sound the sirens, beat the pressure, weapons firing, mash the pedals, crank that shit up, beat the clock, let's march, so get up. I'm flying hyperspeeds, I'm slipping quick, I'm swiftly falling off the cliff. I turn the wheels with no control into the blackness of this hole and beat the ticker, pull the trigger, pass the bullet, falling quicker, barely breathing, super speeding, interweaving through the trees and ultra forward, nitro levels deeper than the reddest devils. Rocket fuel, sonic behavior, mental meltdown, ain't no savior. Feel the blast, shattered glass, fired out, moving fast. Another tragedy inside, nowhere left for me to hide. Ain't no place to get away, ain't no way to save the day. Ain't no cover from the rain, ain't no escape from the pain. Ain't nobody I can blame, why am I fucking insane? Why can't I settle down? What's in my brain? Why can't I slow it down? What's in my brain?
be fine.
Man, oh man. Oh, yo, what is up, everybody? It's Chaosforyou 728, and I'm back one more again with some more World of Warcraft. Hope everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is helpful. I'm thanking you to those that are still subscribed to continue to support. It's been greatly appreciated, and thank you to those just recently subscribed. Do hope stick around for the long run. If you're new to the channel, be advised what you see now might not be what you see next time, as I play a variety of different games on the channel. Starting next month, I'll be dedicating that whole month to what looks like Grand Theft Auto 5. So hope to see you there for every little bit of that dumpster fire. Oh, man. Then we got Batty Commander and Crystal Kitten in chat, and someone just penetrated my Discord. Oh,
It did.
it's the crazy Canadian lady. So hope y'all having a great day. I'm just doing some priest grinding. Get that unmuted. Nipplecleese has entered the chat.
Crystal Kitten
We
said,
got to give him
"Hi, Battle
the-
Commander."
the dip, yep,
Battle
yep,
Commander
yep, yep, yep,
said,
yep, yep,
"Hi,
yep.
Kitten." Bot Rex said, "Crystal Kitten dice roll result 2. You lost the bet."
You have a problem.
How many points do I have? I know it's
very
low.
clear you have a problem. How many points do you have? Let's take a looky real quick. 36.
Not too bad.
Okay. But
I was at 48 2 weeks ago.
that's still doing my pregame warm up there.
Get it out, man.
Mm. Guten Tag, Body Commander.
Ja, guten Tag, meine Freund. Wie geht's Ihnen?
That's
Hi,
all I
kid.
know. I know Guten Tagen, I know Scheisskopf, Dunkopf. That's it. Those are the only words I know.
Don't forget Stierscheiße. Bullshit.
There's also Juden.
Yeah, I try not to use that one.
I like to see the
could-
fear enter their eyes when I speak like that.
Well, you could use another word. Well, it's actually two words. Satan's Makel.
The synagogue of
Satan's
Satan.
Satan's taint.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus did call him the synagogue of Satan.
Did you say the sin of God?
You've lost so
Huh.
many already.
Interesting.
Close to that.
Sin of God.
Trail leads to
Synagogue of Satan.
has been tainted by a foul corruption.
Ah.
Bernard, champion, I'll need your assistance.
Kitten, you like my video today?
You as well,
The one where you told you were a doctor?
May Ing
Oh.
welcome you into her embrace.
Yeah. Well, I put out 2 videos today.
My vigil continues.
My action figure finally got some. He had relations with a lady.
The wardens are
How bad did Barbie get fucked up?
Oh,
And,
they start
and
off
which
with the lights
Barbie?
on.
Which Barbie was it?
Oh, she just got one from the dollar store.
No, I mean, was it like banker Barbie, lawyer Barbie, doctor Barbie, president Barbie, first lady? Well, there is no first lady Barbie. There's only president Barbie.
You gotta send it to your
Dentist Barbie. The link. I haven't.
No, it's Skank Barbie.
A skank Barbie.
Yeah, she looks dressed like a skank. She's got blonde and pink hair. And she walks up and she goes, "Daddy, would you like some sex?" And he goes, "Yes, please." And the lights turn out, and you hear, "Betty, your knee is in my crotch." And Betty says, "That's not my knee." Yeah. I think we call it. You watch the video later. We call it Skank Party, Barbie.
Yeah. The pink hair there.
What is your report?
That's Trailer Park Barbie.
Oh yeah, definitely on a Friday night. He's out shopping for a new husband for the
A
children.
She
Roger
needs a
Aguinaldo.
man to take care
Entered
of
the chat.
babies.
Welcome to the stream. Roger Aguinaldo.
Oh, Roger
Said.
Eisenagel.
First Lady Barbie would be Big Mike Obama.
Ugh. So, Kitten, you watch One Tree Hill a lot before?
Yeah, I was kind of forced into watching it.
You don't have to explain that a little bit.
Orphan I was seeing at the time, I wasn't interested in it. He wanted to watch it. If I didn't
guy?
want to watch it, yeah.
How old were you at the time? Or how old was he at the time?
He was 43 and I was 28? 29?
Pitfall. Man, I think I was around 36 when I did that, and I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah. The only other dude that I know who watched it is when the episode aired. That's the only time I watched it. And some of my friends called me and said, "Dude, were you just on TV?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't tell nobody." I was, because I knew before I did that, you don't know if they're going to cut a scene or not. You don't want to go bragging to everybody you're going to be on TV. Then, like, where you at, man? You said you're going to be on TV and shit, man. You weren't on TV. Man, you a liar. You a liar, man. What'd you lie to me for? Maybe watch this stupid teen drama and shit for, man. You lied to me, man. You weren't on there. Yeah,
I
didn't
was a
want
background person in a TV show at one time.
one.
You know the show Eureka?
Hey,
I
what's
don't
up,
think I've heard
Riggs?
of it. No. She's a chick getting her cheeks clapped just like Batty did today.
That's me third leg last. Would you like some gentleman's relish?
Kelly Ford was the first one to watch the video. She's like, "Yay, Batty's gonna get some."
Of course she's gonna be the first one in there.
There's some chick made a comment. She's like,
A wild.
"You taking me to Comic-Con
Grave
rally?"
digger.
And somebody made a comment like,
Entered the chat.
"Hey, it looks like
Welcome
you
to
got
the
another
stream.
chick after you."
Grave Digger
Ugh.
said. Morning all.
What's up, Gravedigger? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well.
Gravedigger saw the video. he
Crystal
saw Betty get
Said.
some.
Hi Roger, hi
That's
Grave
not,
Digger, hi
that's
Beagle.
not me.
Yeah, like we all haven't heard that before from a woman.
Yeah.
No, most of us never will hear that from a woman.
Well, I've not heard the why's your knee doing down there, but it was something along them lines. As long as I'm a mouthful, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I usually get a look on her face like, it is with intolerance. You know, it's not too big, but definitely not too small. So I'm in a happy range for most women. So. Chaos, Tim's here now.
Timmy! Welcome to the
Sokol
stream. Roger Eisnagel,
entered
hope
the
you're doing
chat.
well.
Welcome to the stream.
Timmy's here.
Timothy
Yep.
Sokol said,
I don't think he can
Chaos
hear that.
sorry.
He may be able to, he may not, I don't know.
You can't hear sound effects in the game.
Well, I could always hear it.
No, it's just Discord.
Part of it's
Timothy
Discord,
Sokol
part of it's the fact I'm playing
said,
music.
How's the voice Chaos?
It's getting
Roger
better.
Eisnagel said, our city gave us all new trash bones today. It LL take me months to fill one.
Yeah, I'm listening to both.
Yeah, it goes through.
I had to
Barely.
turn it up
Not-
some.
not
I had to
even
turn it
working,
up
man.
some. I
I
turned it
didn't think that
down.
was loud.
I had to
Said.
turn it down because it
Hi,
was
Timothy.
interfering with the Phasmophobia streams.
Yeah.
Timothy
couldn't-
Sokol,
I couldn't hear over
Said.
the hood cricket chirp,
hey kitten.
and I need my ears in that game.
A wild. Riggs Jr.
Wanted to put out a couple
Entered the
more
chat.
videos today.
Welcome
but
to the
I want
stream.
to let this
Riggs Jr.
getting laid. I'm
Set.
gonna let that one ride for a few
Timo
days.
AAAA.
Get lost in the shuffle. I should have put some sweet love making music in there, but I was like, nah.
Some Barry White,
Yeah, or
Isaac
Neil Diamond,
Hayes.
you know. I was thinking Neil Diamond, you know, you'll be a woman soon. You'll be a woman soon. Blah, 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 blah. I can't remember the words for the rest of the song. No, I just like after he says that's my knee, I just cranked the music back up for the hero song. You think, Riggs? You think does that look like that was something that a British woman would do?
Maybe.
All right, I've encountered that.
Unless she's got a canyon clip.
No, it just. Well, when I was over in England, I hung out with a bunch of them. Just every once in a while, want to look at you, go. Would you like some sex? Yeah, I would.
Oh God, what have I done?
Yeah. They seem so polite and Britishy about the sex, didn't they? Would you like some sex? Yes, please.
Would you like to go for a spot of dogging?
The wardens are watching.
Oh, I was gonna give them
Roger
proper names,
Eisnagel
like
said,
I was gonna call her
if you
Sarah, and I
want
was gonna
sex
call
from
him
the 60s,
Roger.
try Gary Puckett in the Union Gap.
Roger Eisenagel says if you want sex from the 60s, try Gary Puckett and the Union Gap.
Stay sharp.
Good lord. I've heard some
Back
weird
to your
freaking
duties.
band names in England, man. That sounds about right. Puckett, that's the name
What
of
is
the gun,
your
isn't it?
report?
Yeah.
Stay close and be silent. I will shroud us from their eyes. Algonon, Mage, stay with our champion. As you command, Warden.
Can't wait till Raymond sees that
Do
video.
not ruin our mission.
Yeah, dip, 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 dip. Riggs, you know which Raymond I'm talking about, right?
Raymond, thoughts and minds?
Yeah, Mr. Ree, I don't get any puniti.
He's gonna see my video. He's gonna be like, great, Batty Commander's action figure gets more ass than I do. Jesus Christ, man, life sucks. It's not fair.
They will never see
So
it
I'm
coming.
feeling happy with myself today.
They will never see it coming.
I can see there's more to life than sex, that's for sure. It's a great thing to have, but it's over pedestalized for sure.
Sex is
Roger
only,
Aeronagel
that's only for them rich
said,
people who can afford
young
to take
girl,
time
this
off
girl
from
is a
work,
woman now. Even
usually,
then I thought he was
really
a
poor
pervert.
people who ain't working. Us regular people, we got stuff to do. Like them vacations or using scented shampoo. That's for rich people. So, Riggs, you got some last week, huh? Thursday?
Damn, here's a real gem for you, Batty. 1982 diesel 5-speed Chevy Chevette.
Pull up this and see what we got.
You can get all the poon in a Chevette.
I don't see it.
Oh, here, I'll send you the picture. I was just mentioning it.
Did you send it to mine or?
No, I'm gonna send it now. I was just mentioning it. But
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't you tell me what
That way you could tell him, hey baby, want to go for a ride in my
Because I
vet?
do not need you worrying over me.
Let's get them wet.
Come on.
Let's go, champion.
But then you walk up to your car and, hey, you said you had a vet. I said I didn't say Corvette.
Oh, good lord. That's a birth control car, man.
The hoopty.
1982 Chevy Chevette in brown and cream.
Roger
With a diesel.
Aeronagel
Yeah, I'd get
said,
more ass with a
that was back when diesel was
1975
way cheaper
Pinto
than
in
gasoline.
orange and white. My family actually had a Pinto back in the 1970s, and
What
It's an alright
do you
car.
think you're doing, champion?
it didn't blow up like everybody said they did, but
Yeah, but you see that big old hatchback they got on that thing? Slide the front seat forward, lean them back, a couple blankets and a pillow, good to go.
blanket. Just put her on the hood and savage her.
Well, there's that too.
Not gonna make
Depends
her
on the
be lit.
lady.
No, they all get savaged.
Well, you don't always treat everything like a hammer and a nail.
That's why I've had 5 stalkers in my life.
I'm surprised I don't, because I used to give the 10 dick to every one of them.
So,
Well, I
gotta
follow
have
my
the free
uncle's
game.
advice. Like, if you're gonna fuck like it's the last time you're gonna fuck. Because you never know when you're gonna fuck again.
Do not ruin
That
our
too.
mission, champion.
and you gotta have follow through. And the biggest mistake a lot of guys make is, you have conversations with them. Ask them if they're hungry, if they want something to drink. You get them in the mood, get them in the mood, start taking clothes off when you two get together. Just don't talk about nothing. No politics, nothing.
If she says she's hungry, whip out your dick. Say, I got a cockney sandwich for you, baby. Is she thirsty? Tell her to milk your dick and get that sweet zinc sauce.
Because you're still a young man. Here, this is what you should keep in your house at all times.
Do not ruin our mission.
Lube.
3 different types of wine and chocolate. You want red wine, you want some white wine, and you want some, and you definitely want 2 or 3 different types of chocolate. One's got to have sea salt, caramel, and a dark chocolate. Because wine and chocolate go together really good.
And then if she wants the white chocolate, well, she can unzip my pants.
There you go. But women love wine and chocolate.
Yep. That I know for sure. And if she's got a little bit of French in her, cheese as well.
Come on, jump the fucking railing. Thank you.
Fucking cheese and chocolate, man. That's fucking French chicken for you. Yeah, no. The flavor
I don't know about
splash.
I don't know about the cheese, man. Chocolate will last forever, so will the wine. That's why I say definitely keep those around. And a couple really nice fluted glasses.
I know when I was pregnant with my son, one of the cravings was Nutella with Cheese Whiz.
Alright,
And I
Riggs,
hate
you
to
hear
tell
that? If you get a chick who has some weird cravings and she wants to have sex with you, she's setting you up to be the next baby daddy because the guy who knocked her up went to go buy cigarettes.
Or some milk, and they were out.
I've actually done that before. I left the whole state. Not because there's a pregnancy involved, but
What do you think you're doing, champion?
it got on my nerves so damn bad. No, but seriously, seriously, man. Wine in a couple nice glasses. It ain't gotta be real fancy glasses. Just,
Nice enough.
a proper wine glass from Walmart, $2-3 a piece.
I finally found a wine that I don't mind drinking. I think they call it a Merlot.
Merlots are very dry.
Yeah, it's about the only one I've found so far that I can tolerate.
I like
That's
the
right.
Zinfandels, like the peach and strawberry and blackberry and stuff like that.
I haven't
There you
tried
go.
any of them, but the one I've tried so far was a red wine from South Africa, and it tasted like ass. I didn't care for it.
God damn, man, dude, you get look, North Carolina has wineries. We got some excellent wine. Anyways, yeah, get Zinfandel. It's a sweeter wine. You get flavors. Just
Well, I was
getting
here's the deal. I was on
All right.
vacation. I have never had that before, and it was just a venture. It
Roger
was like, I
Ivanov
don't know, 18, 20
said,
quid or something like that.
Clean enough that you
And
don't
I'm
have
like,
to
fuck it,
polish
let's
it with
try
your
it.
t-shirt.
See what happens. If I don't like it, well, I'll give it to somebody.
keep them in the refrigerator.
But at least try
Especially
it.
the dry. Yeah, the dry ones taste way better when they're filled.
Hush now.
Pinot Grigio, whatever. Those things.
Yeah, those taste better cold.
Zinfandel, yeah, that's the white wine. Don't get nothing too weird in flavor. Just something.
If it says Batty
Mark
Commander
like
on
that.
it, avoid it.
You like them. You like the little things that Quagmire keeps dropping in women's things.
Roger Ivanov said, the glass I mean.
And make sure you have pineapple juice on hand.
Well, you don't need that if you have a good diet, but pineapple juice is
Never hurts.
No, never. What? You don't want to do it just before. Don't work fast enough. You gotta
No, I don't. No, that's yeah.
drink it before you go out. Then nothing better than a woman telling you what you had for lunch. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you had chicken and sweet tea for lunch today, didn't you?
You remember the movie Biodome?
Yeah.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly with Doritos and a Baja Blast.
I think that's one of the other reasons why I keep my diet pretty clean. I mean, not like I've dated in the last 5 years, but yeah, so I don't have to run and get some juice or nothing. No, but that's good thinking, Riggs. Yeah, definitely have some pineapple juice before you go out, and water.
And I would dare say, empty the chamber before you go out.
Yeah, make sure your jock itch medicine's well hidden.
No, I
Even when
say that because if you drink in my thinking, if you drink the pineapple juice and you don't empty the chamber of the stuff that was already in there before, it's not really going to have much of an effect over the supply that is already there.
Kinda, yeah, no. Your body is constantly filtering and cleaning. always looking for, you know, that should not be there. Depends how active you are. You know, if you're on the go and you're sweating a lot, you're gonna clean your body out pretty good, depending on what you're intaking too. If you're drinking a lot of water, that helps. But yeah, if you're going to fucking taco stands and putting, you know, shitloads of hot sauce and stuff on there, yeah, you're not doing yourself a favor.
What is your
I told her my
supply
spunk was
tastes like
zesty.
mild tossed?
I'm gonna say that again.
I told her my spunk was zesty. That's why I eat
Like
lots
ranch?
of salsa.
Like ranch zesty or
Like salsa, like spicy.
oh, not cucumbers and okay.
Nah,
Or like jalapenos and stuff.
more like jalapenos and yeah.
Jalapenos and Pringles. Gotcha. Damn.
So she gets a mouthful of spices, you know. Trying to be a gentleman.
Yeah. Just
I
like when
could
you
be
go
a
down on
dick and
woman.
eat a whole bunch of asparagus.
Ooh. Well, if you're dating a Japanese chick, that might be a bonus. But you know, when you go down south on a woman there, I can almost smell all the prescriptions she's taking.
Huh?
I'm kissing a woman and I smell, if she smells like butter and prescriptions, man, there's something wrong with her.
Disrupt this portal will require concentration.
Just wait a while till you give it to her, and when
No.
she goes to swallow, it'd be like swallowing, you know, Jello.
No, no,
And she did.
no, I've run into this early on where, I mean, one chick I was with, she had a little weight on her, I mean, nice. Everything else about her was really nice though. Man, she smelled like, I could smell the ketones in her. I told her, I said, I think you're diabetic.
Huh?
She was. And she died 10 years
Well,
after that.
higher ketones kind of make you smell, what, a bit vinegary, if I remember right?
No, she had that fruity smell, the diabetic-y, fruity smell.
You smell like sugar.
Yeah. What you're doing, Riggs, is you're burning off fat. You're in acidic mode, which is getting rid of fat. Diabetics, they got sugar they can't get rid of.
What's it
Yeah, I
mean when they
tested
smell
yesterday,
like
it was-
peas and carrots?
I was like
Oh,
0.4,
God.
0.5.
My sister, she lost her license for some stupid shit, and I had to take her to the doctor's office a couple weeks ago. So we get in the car, and I was like, I said, look, I'm not trying to be mean. It's going to sound mean. But whatever perfume you're wearing, I know you really adore it and you think it smells nice, but you smell like fucking canned peas and carrots. And I hate it. He's like, what? Really? I'm like, yeah, look, what men like. Anything flower-based, you can't go wrong, especially roses and lilac, you're golden. But
Yeah.
anything else where you get creative, fucking it up for everybody. I go to Walmart and smell that shit. It makes me want to punch a bitch in the back of the head. That's why I never go on crippled day, SSI day, fucking welfare paycheck day, and fucking old people retirement day. Usually the first, middle, and the end of the month. Don't ever go shopping. For some reason, all them old biddies like to wear shitloads of perfume. I mean, it's not like they stink or nothing. You got nice clothes on. You can tell they take care of themselves.
Elizabeth Taylor, was it Diamonds?
I don't know, man. I mean,
Another portal.
Well,
That
you
one
would
woman-
know. You're the one that cracks open all the cold ones.
no, man. I hose them all off in the backyard before I bring them inside.
But I have tasted grief.
I tell them when they start coming around my place, I just tell them
Sometimes.
no, no
I feel
perfume.
That's all Maui thinks we are worth. Warning.
A lot of that. I mean, for some reason, a lot of
My face bears
women
the
think,
scars
you know,
of
they
the
should
tragedies.
pour perfume on, like, oh, this looks. No, I hate that shit. I don't know. Some guys might like it, or maybe I'm just one of the few guys who are honest enough to, you know, say, you know, I don't like it.
See, there's wearing perfume and then there's bathing in it.
Exactly.
Well, right, but you know, when I got women coming over, I like to kiss and I like to lick their neck, and I don't want to lick perfume. Ooey.
Taste all the chemical. Oh yeah, so desirable.
Nothing
lick
gets me
skin.
hotter than getting a mouthful of fucking bug spray tasting shit.
Yeah, most of that stuff's made with cow piss. I mean, almost every product's got urea in it. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But, you know, urea and gasoline is what it tastes like.
Well, Batty, you remember how we were talking about how we could just be absolutely fucking disgusting, like nasty sweat and BO smelling, and a woman will be all fucking over you. I'm assuming it's similar
Timothy
thing
Sokol
going the other direction,
said,
where you want to be able to
"Old
smell
geezer
her
chicks
natural
smell like
scent.
toilet cleaner so thick you can taste it."
Perhaps. I just know that too many.
I'm
women
just
have
assuming here.
No, you make absolutely great sense. I'm just saying there's so many women who absolutely adore their
Roger
perfume.
Erlunagle said,
And
"I never
they're afraid
heard
of
any of those things.
having
My
some
criteria
smells,
smells
I would
good
imagine. You're
stinks."
trying to hope you don't. I mean, it's not like all women stink or have that bad smell or nothing, but I can see where some would be conscious of it and fear it. But yeah, I've gotten to the point where I can definitely tell if a woman's, you know, if she's with other people or not.
Like, for example, if she's dripping all over the floor.
You want to make a woman really uncomfortable? Wait for her to get in the car and go, "Been fishing lately?"
Or just say, what the fuck is that smell? Do you smell that? Holy shit, I didn't smell it until I got in the car.
Like,
Baby, do you smell that?
Are we near the ocean or something? It's smelling kind of gamey over here.
Dead fucking squirrel under the seat? What the fuck, man? Yeah. Oh, but Riggs, yeah, if a woman smells a little gamey, you know, like like when you eat deer meat and you don't, you know, prep it right, you can definitely.
Roger Erlunagle said,
Especially if she's not really.
Gary
doing
Puckett
the
sang about
feminine
that too.
hygiene too good.
Well, no, there's a difference between being, you know, smelling like a fucking tuna boat, a retired tuna boat,
No, I'm
and then
not saying they don't smell like that.
having a natural scent.
I understand. Yeah.
I think it kind of interferes with the pheromone shit. You know what I mean?
Well, the younger women are definitely more moist more often. Especially if you know, do good at foreplay and work them up before you get to it. Oh yeah, I get real moist. I noticed when I started dating older women, I get pissed off when I start, you know, if I'm going over to their place, I bring like a little bottle of lube and they're like, what you need lube for? Your pussy's dry.
Yeah, and that's fucking straight up age. It's not a diss. It's not any of that. It's just straight up fucking age.
But don't you know
Yeah,
they
it's
always
not-
get mad at age and all that shit.
Oh, you're right, Chaos. They always make it seem like it's my fucking fault. I mean, if I got her bent over and I'm poking a fucking dry hole, and she can't get the message. I mean, if she hasn't, like, you know, fingered herself to see what her status is, and I'm sitting there poking, you know, it's going nowhere. And if you keep hearing me going, I mean, before I stick it in, I mean, that should tell you something.
Well, and once they get around menopause anyway, things are always just going to be naturally drier down there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's
fucking.
not a problem.
It's just age. The things that come with the fucking territory.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, lady, but you're not going to be fucking wetter than Niagara Falls when you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s.
Yeah, then you get shitty about which lube you use. I don't like that one. That one drives me out. That one irritates me. That one does this and that. I'm like, why don't you buy the fucking lube you like, goddammit? Why is this? I'm supposed to read mine. You know, I don't read mine. Fuck this. I just check out.
reading minds and expected to get hints. I don't do hints. You're a fucking grown ass adult. Speak your fucking mind. Tell me what the fucking problem is, what you want done about it, or shut the fuck up.
It's like 15 years ago when I was still working at the gas station. Ran into this man. I think she was like 75. But man, she was really well kept. I mean, really well kept. Nice shape. Everything about her was awesome. I mean, yeah, she got crow's feet and all that shit. I get it. Really well aged, so. But when we got back to her house, man, she still lay on the bed. She said, "I'll be right back." She went to the bathroom for about 3 weeks. So I went down to reach it, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus." You can tell the difference between natural movement and robot shit and stuff. And I was like, "Okay, I'm ready to go."
Oh yeah, there's a big fucking difference.
For some reason, right in the middle of fucking, she got dummy like, "Well, don't take too long. My husband will be home soon. He carries a pistol in his pocket." I'm like, "Oh, you bitch."
Yeah, that right there gets me checking out real quick.
Oh, she did it on purpose. She's hoping for, somebody getting shot in some action. I'm like, "Oh, you bitch."
I vehemently protested.
You had
And
every
answer
right
her
to be
fucking
wary.
phone
Yet today,
mid-coitus.
I have witnessed who you
I'm like, who was that?
A
Oh, that was just my
strong,
husband.
resilient
What?
defender of the Caldora.
Yeah, she wouldn't come to my house.
Should
It's always
you
over at
wish
her
it,
place. And the last time we did it, she was like, "Oh, yeah, my husband
bear
carries
the
a pistol
mark
in his pocket."
of protector.
I thought men were
Yeah,
not
I
permitted
don't
Even
do
sacred
away visits.
traditions should evolve.
I
As
tell you
should
what,
the
though, for 70
That's
plus
one way to
years,
get a knife in your back.
He had really nice tits, man. Not fake ones either.
my vigil
And those
continues.
tits were nice.
That's why I
Big,
never make the
not
first
small.
approach. 'Cause you never know.
No, I don't.
You never know which bitch is gonna be fucking married, which one's in a relationship. There's gonna be that one crazy fucker.
We have cleansed the well.
It don't matter, Chaos.
I'll give
It
you
don't
the
matter if you
chance
approach-
to make the right choice and walk away
To your mind
before you fuck up.
as your purpose.
Yeah.
There's other dudes out there, they don't give a shit. They'll get you talking to their chick. They'll snatch you up and put a bullet in your ass.
Bear the charge
Oh, yeah.
you carry. Bruise weak to know
There's a
That's
chick I
the
worked
natural
with.
order.
Living up in
I've
New York,
literally
one chick-
seen. I was at my fucking. I was younger. It was my uncle. It was little biker parties, and some dude was talking to one of the dude's old ladies. And I watched that motherfucker walk up and stick a gun in his face and say, "You ever talk to my old lady again, I'll fucking kill you." I don't want to be on the receiving end of that shit.
it is done.
One of the instructors at the dive school I went to down in Texas, he couldn't dive anymore because he was
As am I.
a quagmire, man, and he got shot and popped one of his lungs.
Let's head back to Stormwind.
Damn.
I mean, he obviously recovered from it, and all he could do is be an instructor forever.
Yeah.
Poor bastard, he could. But
Well-
yeah, me and him were talking because he was still kind of a ladies' man. I mean, good-looking guy. I mean, he was,
That's where being a poon hound gets you, man. That's why I've never been a poon hound. Like, I like pussy, but I ain't gonna chase it like that.
like I said, this guy had an incredible head of hair. He could have been a model when he was younger, but yeah, you could tell, heavy drinking and shit was taking a toll on him, and being a poon hound and shit. I mean, you could tell the guy if he said he was getting some, you're not gonna go. Not you, man. You're full of shit. But you look at that guy, you're like, yeah, and he walks the walk and he's got the talk. So
What's
that
up,
kind of
Rexes?
slowed me down. That's what slowed me down being a poon hound for over a year. I was like,
I've made it a habit of learning from my own mistakes and the mistakes of
What
others.
is your report?
oh yeah.
I was talking to Batty the other day, and I overdid it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good for a while.
He almost ruined his sack, man. I mean, his eggs. Not his sack, his eggs. He's up so fucking bad. Dude, I've been there, man. I know what you're talking about. That shit's painful. You're like, And
Well,
so bad.
it's that, and it's like I've tried everything that I've wanted to try in the bedroom with one woman or another. So there's really no mystery in it anymore. It's just like a handshake, basically, with her snot pocket.
That's like a good stretch, you know. It is satisfying, you know. It can be, you know, part of a daily routine. And yeah.
Roger Alunagal
Hey
said,
Rex, did you see the video
when I
I
was
sent
in
you?
high school there was a
I
kid they
did.
called Pundog.
Yeah, I thought it was about time somebody on this ship got some poon.
Yep.
Send a bunch of guys into deep outer space, you know, patrolling around moons of Jupiter without
I didn't
yeah,
need to come
or
in.
the hook. I was actually thinking about coming up with the idea of like a hooker ship coming around that services all the men in space.
To
You
be
don't
honest, that wouldn't even sort of surprise me if that became a thing in the future. A hooker ship. Pretty much an entire brothel, but in space.
Go to Amsterdam. They got the red light district.
Yeah.
The women just stand right there in the window. You can like just pick them out.
Yep.
That's why the Navy. That's why they hit port every once in a while. They're like, we got to get these guys from from the bottom of the ship. They got to.
Things are starting to get kind of gay. We need to get that fixed.
When you got too many dudes hanging out on the bridge at 2 o'clock in the morning for watching, you only need one person there. You know it's starting to get a little strange. They're all standing in a circle.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh yeah. My friend Chatamir sent me an image going like, "Hey yo, what?" And of course, this is the image, and this is the joke I made alongside the image. And I think you'll find it funny.
I'll check that out in a second. Chaos. I actually went to school with a guy who got kicked out of the Navy because he was doing a drink watch. You know, like he got caught like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He said there's like 3 or 4 other guys. They're all just sitting there watching each other jerk off, and he's like, you know, I can't believe he told anybody that. You should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, there's certain things you just. Yeah.
One of those things you knew that it happened, but just don't say anything about it.
Yeah, if I got put out of the military, I think I could have invented something way better than, yeah, I got caught jerking off with a bunch of guys on the bridge. God.
Because that is super.
I know someone that got kicked out because they were caught doing gay porn and meth.
I remember when Clinton was still in office. This when I was doing freelance photography back in the day. I remember with all these weird people and shit. And this one guy walked into the bar. He's wearing military boots and he got a brown T-shirt on and like a flight jacket on with blue jeans. And I'm looking at him like, hey, who the fuck is that guy, man? He can't put his civilian clothes on when he could. So, oh, he just got kicked out of the military. I was like, you could tell he's an older guy. And I'm like, so what the fuck you get kicked out for? So, well, he had 18 years in. Was married, and he got caught sucking a dick on base and duty hours.
Boy, howdy.
Oh, God. And it was like an E7 or something like that. And I'm like,
Oof.
now, okay, if you're a vet, can you imagine let's imagine the wife who's sitting going, only 2 more years till forever, money, and never have to work again. Yay! Then your husband comes home and goes, baby, remember how I was going to retire next year? Yeah. What's going to happen now? What?
But I have always been a priest first.
God, all for the love of a dick. Oh God,
The Legion poses a
Please
threat
post.
that cannot be ignored.
Oh God.
So I have
Oh
decided
God!
to step
I
out
don't care
from
if
the
you're
shadows.
one of them. Just
I believe
do it off
we must
duty, man. Come
unite
on, we all know the
priesthoods of
rules.
all denominations
I think it's
against our
mandatory
common
when
enemy.
Obama was in, though.
To lead this effort, we require a priest who is a proven champion to all
That
people.
and combat lactation
I
classes
believe that
in
you
combat,
are
dude.
that hero.
Yeah,
The
that
others
is.
must be convinced. Will you accept this challenge?
Can you imagine being a man? I don't care what
I
your
will
job
hide
description
in
is. You're
shadows
either
no longer.
a badass Marine Force recon or you're a cook or whatever, and you got to go take a fucking combat lactation class. That's when Biden was talking about making flight suits for female pilots who are
Oh
pregnant. And I'm like,
yeah.
who the fuck lets a woman fly when she's pregnant? Are you fucking insane?
Well, you know, for years now we've heard women and feminists say men and women are the same, men and women are equal. So
Women can be damn good pilots. Women can be good pilots, but
Right.
when you're pregnant, put the baby. I mean, if you got to put the aircraft down, you're gonna kill that kid, man. That's unfair.
it is, but who said feminism was anything but logical?
Yeah, I do remember a couple years ago they when Biden was in, they really tried to brag about his all-female
How may I help
cargo plane crew. Well, it wasn't a C5. It was
Let us get to work.
God damn, what was it? It was like a C-40 Lister. Anyways, they took off. They crashed right after taking off.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the press out there to brag about, look, the entire crew, load master, the pilot, the co-pilot, the flight chief, the engineer, they're all female. Isn't it great? And it crashed. I was like, okay.
Well, they had was it an all-female pilot and flight crew, and they showed the video of it landing, and it slammed down on the right rear landing gear, and shook the plane to the left, and then finally landed.
Yeah, that was that civilian aircraft crew. They were, again, I don't care if they're all women as long as they're absolutely competent. Just don't.
That's my thing is competence. Don't just put chicks just because of their fucking vagina. Are
That's
they
what they did
competent? That's all I care about.
Yeah, that's what they did in Cambodia during the Mao Revolution. They just said, you doctor now. I do laundry. Ow. You over there. You now doctor. Okay, I'm a doctor. Don't shoot me. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever in the military, as long as you're competent. I mean, even when I was in the 80s, we figured out a couple guys were, that way, and we're like, they never said nothing, they never made it obvious, and they were damn good at their job. And I was like, well, if war breaks out, they're good at their job. As long as they don't stare at my dick in the shower or touch me, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, that's all I cared was competence. I don't give a fuck what you do behind closed doors, just keep it there.
Right, yeah.
No, that wasn't good enough. No, we gotta shove it in your face all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like the 80s way better. I mean, everybody was doing stuff. They just didn't go around bragging or pushing it in your face, It's just everybody's trying to figure out who's into what and, try not to, be called out for it. I couldn't imagine being a first sergeant or a company commander in any branch of the service, especially in the last 40 years. I mean, all that weird shit going on, people getting caught when you got to.
I was XO JOTC when I was in high school. They made me in charge of all of our different classes or whatever. Having to inspect people in uniform, all that shit. It was very. I didn't like it. Didn't like doing it, especially when it came to females, because I couldn't inspect them the same way I inspected the men.
Yeah. Well, you don't really have to touch anybody during an inspection.
Oh, but calling out shit. There's a whole different decorum between. It's like I'm supposed to treat them as if they're equals. How can I when there's different sets of fucking rules and standards?
Yeah.
You're fucking confusing me.
You can tell somebody their ribbon's not straight, or you got the little rules.
Yeah.
Equality does not exist. The only real form of equality would be misanthropy, pretty much hating everyone. That's the only true equality, hating everyone.
I was a squad leader when we went to Fort Dix for ground-based defense training, and every day, if we had to go do anything with their gear, like ammo pouches and stuff. The only time I ever touched anybody is when I found out some people weren't bringing their magazines. I mean, empty magazines don't weigh shit; they're aluminum. And I'd go down the line in my squad. I'd touch everybody's ammo pouch, because this one guy, he always. I said, "Where's your magazines at, Troop?" He goes, "Man, I don't want to do this shit." I'm like, "You volunteered for this shit. Well, get your magazines." I don't want to do this stuff. I'm like, I get real quiet and I'd whisper to him. I didn't say him. I said, "Go back to the barracks, get your magazines, or I'm gonna shit stomp you right now." What? Yeah, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. I'm willing to go to jail right now. I'm gonna fucking knock all your teeth out. Get your goddamn magazines. He go get his fucking magazines and do that 2 or 3 times, and stop playing that shit. I mean, I was squad leader,
If you're gonna volunteer to do something, you know what you're getting into. Fucking do it.
I think some people, the military is all wonderful and great until you finally get to a place where you're doing training, where you're actually on the move with live ammo, other people around.
Yeah.
Because some of that training was, I'm going to say, very realistic, man.
Mm-hmm.
They'd give us live ammo and we'd line up, and it's like, fire every time your left foot hits the ground when you're walking towards like a bunker or something. And there's other people, you can see them off to the left and to the right, and they're all it takes is for one idiot just move, turn around on you and see.
Yeah, we all know Batty was out there like Super Troopers with a fucking bulletproof nut cup on, testing it.
Yeah, no, these Army guys did not fucking play. These were all Vietnam era guys. They
don't fucking
the Air Force does not teach you aggression. In the Army, it's all about aggression, speed of battle. And we were training and playing with real hand grenades and law rockets and grenade launchers and it just fucking real bullets and 203 rounds. I mean because this the Cold War still kind of active at the time. And it's like they were prepping us for real shit. They weren't fucking around, man.
Your first deployment was the Civil War, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was a triple agent for the Confederate. Now, the only thing I can tell you about anything I really ever did, I remember the first time I went on deployment. I was a 60 man, and so guys in a Humvee, they jumped out for something, and there was a British guy driving a Humvee. Got to a wooded area. It's like, right, grab your machine gun, your spare barrel, and all your ammo. You're gonna run next to that truck. I said, all right, how far? He goes, till it stops. He said, every time that truck stops, you need to get in a prone position, in a firing position. Really? Give me that look, like, the look. He gave me the dad look, like, we're not fucking around here, son.
No.
I had to carry 8.
That's big boy pants time.
Yeah, and the M60 weighs about, what, almost 20 pounds. The spare barrel, that weighs about, 5 or 6 pounds, and 800 rounds of 308 ammo. That shit was no joke, man. Well, anyways, 5 miles later.
That fired 308. It's got some good kick.
Yeah. 5 miles later, the truck finally came to its final resting stop. So, yeah, ask me what it's like to go down in the prone position when you got all 800 rounds of ammo, you know, on a strap around your neck and a spare barrel in an M60. Then you got to get back up and run next to the fucking truck. Oh, God, I was like, oh, all right, well, I signed up for this shit. Okay.
You did.
And when I come back, this is when I was still married. I come back, you know, my ex-wife, all I want to do is just take a shower. You know, when you're married, you don't care. You get naked. I took off all my clothes and stuff. She looked at me with horror. She goes, "Oh my God, what'd they do to you?" I had really bad bruises all on both my shoulders and part of my back. And I was like, "What, those? Oh, that's just carrying heavy shit."
Enjoying the show, make
Like,
sure
oh
to
my
click
God,
that
I
like
like
button and subscribe to show your support.
It's like, here, I just needed a massage on the pork sword. That's all I needed.
Yow.
No, I didn't want her. I didn't want her anybody touching me for at least 2 or 3 days. I was hurting, man. That was a whole new world of suck I had never fucking experienced.
Oh, she's all like, "Oh, poor baby." Blah, 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 blah. And here, baby, give me a massage on the pork sword.
No,
Daddy,
Rick,
Daddy needs a little snoo.
Maybe I'm not painting a picture right. I look like a guy who. You ever seen those movies? You know, like with the in the 1700s when some guy fucks up on a ship and they rip his shirt off and they beat him with a whip. So I look something like that, except not bleeding.
You look like Kunta Kinte. You look like Kunta Kinte.
Yeah, just without the blood. You know, just a lot of bruises.
He was beat the fuck up without the blood.
Yeah, she's wondering what the hell, you know. She knew I was, combat arms, arms, ammo and stuff. All her worst fears are like, oh my God, they beat him up, or she's like, oh my God, did you kill anybody? I was like, shut up, just make some.
Daddy, do you mean this?
What?
It's all good. I don't want no trouble. Toby be good nigga for massa.
Oh God.
Good nigga. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss. Good for your hand, massa.
Is that what you were referring to, Patty?
Oh yeah, when you're issued weapons of live ammo and you're going away from the base. Yeah, you don't fuck around, man. They're gonna make sure you ain't fucking around.
Our hero has returned.
And for the record, YouTube, that was off your own fucking platform, you stupid.
Do you think they care?
No, they don't care.
Well, it's not about wanting anybody to care.
For historical purposes.
Yeah. The only time I wanted anybody to care is if I did get shot or injured, or I couldn't walk or run away. Somebody can at least drag me the hell out of there. That's the only time I give a shit about anybody caring about me. You go out and you set up ambushes in the middle of the night. And you'd be amazed at some of the weirdos walking around those fucking planes. Well, anyway, Briggs, you know where Bath is?
Bath or Matlock Bath?
No, the city of Bath, south of Wales. It's
Oh, I've never been down near Wales.
Oh man, you need to go to Bath next time you go. You'd swear you was in the Mediterranean. Going to warm months, I've never been to Italy, but when I was standing in the middle of Bath in the town square, there's all that old Roman shit they got there. I felt like I was in fucking Italy, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, we took the motorway basically straight south from Leicestershire to Southampton.
Okay. Anyway,
we pulled off at the like a services or two to take a piss and get some coffee and all that shit.
Well, in
Hey,
the Welsh
Baggy.
Plains, yeah.
You want us to say something interesting about the British? They are they have
mushy
more
peas?
Roman. No, they have more Roman DNA than the Italians. Same as the Romanians, and the Romanians are actually the direct descendants of the Romans.
You can
I
see
have
it
a
in the British.
lot of German influence too.
You can see it in the British over in England because the Romans, they only occupied England for what, 200-300 years. I mean, except for the Scottish. But yeah, they look quite Italian in some places.
Hadrian's Wall was it? They got up there.
Yep, Hadrian's Wall, the Ninth Legion.
Oh, hold on. The Scottish were such fucking lunatics. The Romans were like, nah.
We're just gonna put a wall
nah. The Scottish were complete and utter fucking. They made Vikings go, nah, we're not going that far north in England. Nah, we'll keep going to London, but nah.
Yeah. From what many people say, the Picts were basically the Vikings' Vietnam.
The Scottish were, they. I don't know if they were that bad or if they just did it because the English kept fucking with them and the Vikings kept fucking with them. When the Romans came, they just like, that's it. You know, anyways, the Welsh Plains in Salisbury, anyways, where a lot of training's done and other stuff. But,
the defeat of the Burning Legion.
All I remember is just stupid college women back then with their hairy armpits. And, so they push. When we leave the base, for some reason, it's like everybody knew we were coming. Getting ready to leave the base and go somewhere, and it'd just be hundreds, if not thousands, of all those fucking peace women pushing baby carriages and throwing paint and all kinds of shit at our convoy. I mean, the first time I went out, man, windows were getting, the whole vehicle. I mean, I was in a Hummer, on the passenger side in the front, and they were just throwing shit at us. When I saw that baby carriage get pushed out in front of us, man, my guts they just went. I was like, oh god. And the orders are, you don't stop. You don't stop for nothing.
I think you will approve of the changes we've made.
Well, when you have such low, respect for life. You could just go and pop out a new one. They don't care. They'll just go make another one with Chad. Tyrone.
Yeah, well, as
or
far as I know, it's not like we got complete debriefs afterwards. But as far as I know, there's no babies in them.
I hope not.
And what's funny was because we were authorized to have longer hair. Because in Europe, there's a lot of terrorism going on. There's a lot of discos and shit, and mainland Europe getting bombed and shit. And the IRA was really active over in England. I mean, you talk about, man, it's like James Bond and every other fucking movie you can think of with that shit going on.
Those guys were funded by the Soviets.
Good luck.
And others, but since we were authorized longer hair,
I'd like to introduce
it's funny. I go off on a deployment somewhere in England. I see all that horrible shit and, do whatever I did, and I come back and I put my civilian clothes on. I go down to the pub. People knew I was in the military, but nobody ever knew what I did there. None of us ever said, unless you're a fireman. Those were the only people who ever bragged about what they did in the military.
Well, I better get going to work. Vet bills
Yay,
pay themselves.
adulting.
Yay.
I need to pop another cough drop.
I'm a wage slave until you drop dead.
Don't you know single mothers and immigrants, both legal and illegal, depend on you so they can live a much better life than you ever will?
That's right, Riggs. You enjoy that cracker master's whip on your slave ass.
Hope you could bring us the massa.
Enjoy you, dirty thrall.
I'll catch y'all later. I'll pop in the chats, if anybody's streaming.
You
You'll be a good field hand.
Later.
Not until our guest arrives.
that thrall will enjoy it.
There remains much to be done.
Yeah, I saw that picture, Rexus. I saw that the other day on Twitter. That is an awesome picture.
Yep. And the joke is just even better.
Disturbance should catalyze the sequence. Just give it a
Should send it to Chaos so we can look at it later.
I did post it in his server, and Hellenistic and Mandalorian will liked it as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh God, faction farming.
Let's check my analytics. See how many hits my video got today. If I hit 100 yet.
I don't know. I got like 62 subscribers just a few days ago.
Oh, cool.
Not even uploading anything. Now, of course, I think it might be due to me being active in Pack 43's community as well.
Oh, networking helps.
So
that's the part that I'm not very good at.
I'm missing comments. What the fuck?
YouTube likes to.
So sometimes you will pull comments in review, and you just have to go into YouTube Studios and just put the whole comments onto post anyway, instead of just held in review.
Yeah, we've got to do this sort by. No, I was looking at the wrong one. I put out. Excuse me. I put out large format for people who watch it on TV. I made another one, a duplicate in the short form for cell phones. I went to the cell phone one. There's no comments there, so but the other one's got comments. My bad.
Yep, but yeah. So far, I don't know what to write for page 6. Just taking a bit of a break.
I told you, watch Chaos, take inspiration, kill somebody, just dip potato chip, man.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Who the hell? Somebody just made an account on June 9th, 2025.
What is the name of it?
Accounts you ought to watch.
It's Lisa J. Riviera.
I bet
This is
that's
not
your girlfriend
Lisa
from
J.
across the pond.
This is the no, well, it might be. She's named Lisa J. Riviera because she's always on Raymond's Thought and Mind chat. Because even though I'm watching Outlaw, or even when I'm on his panel, I'm still watching Raymond on another monitor, and I'm chatting with Lisa. And I know damn well she didn't just start this account last 2 days ago. That's bullshit. This is somebody's. Yeah. Okay.
Or she possibly gotten terminated, just like in the case of me. My account is currently 6 months old, but if my previous one wasn't, it would currently be 2 years old.
No, she doesn't post content. She just has an account.
Yeah.
No, she's not one of us rebels who like to call out the system. But anyway,
or in my case, call out the weird addicts constantly pushing their shit down our throats.
Yeah. I only put this video out at noon. I did that mostly for Europe, so this way it doesn't, show up on our feed late at night. So I think around 6 this evening I'll start seeing some different numbers. This video is funny. It should go.
Yep, and
who doesn't like to see a Barbie doll say, "Would you like some sex?"
Almost every single little boy if the fucking Barbie doll naked.
This platform will take you into the sacred hall of chieftains.
What? You know I'm right.
Mountain awaits you.
Yeah, I told you I was going to make a video of my action figures having sex, and they did.
Yep. But yeah, the only area that I am kind of working on would be the little side project. Cause it's like, okay, I got story 1 done. Time to do story 2.
Man, just tip, chip everybody. Take your
Potato.
What is your kung fu style? My kung fu style. Dip, potato chip. Dip, potato chip.
Just make your 10-winged angry little man there. Just give him some like ruby red balls or something. Yeah, there goes Chaos. Dipping again. Yeah, stretching, getting ready. So I'm getting ready to make another. Oh, it's not going to be a whole series.
Yeah, though I don't know what to upload on YouTube. Either it's just a shit post or a long form video. But then again, I am tired of constantly talking about stuff that would pretty much bore me. Time to do a shit post.
I'm just talking about me and a sword. I found my katana. I was like, you know what? Rusty has a sword. Shinobi one's coming back. He's making stuff with a sword. I think it's time for Batty Commander to have a sword. Actually, it's going to be me in a shirt and tie with sunglasses on and a sword.
What? What does that tell me? Is it like Highlander type stuff, but that happens to have a katana?
Oh no, just a white guy who has a katana, and I'm gonna show some moves. So I'm gonna put some music to it and a cool background on it. So I already went to my closet and picked out a. It's gonna be black dress pants, and it's gonna be 2 different shirts. It's gonna be a black shirt, red tie, red shirt, black tie. And I'm gonna change them out, and it's only gonna be like a minute-long video. And I'm gonna shoot enough of it so with both shirts on, so I can switch back and forth with the music in the background. So.
Yep.
I'm probably overthinking it because Rusty, he just does some basic, kata moves. He gets 1,600 views on there, and I'm trying to make I'm thinking about some John Wick shit. I'm like, it's probably too much.
Yeah. In my case, of course, I don't really do any real life stuff in my videos because by even you can tell that it's just mainly the digital stuff. But I can just simply upload a shit post and that can get me a lot of views.
Here's an idea for a video. Go out in the woods, look at the camera and go, I'm going to emulate a video I saw women do. They just pick up a stick and beat the ground and just scream.
I don't live near a forest, but I do live near a field.
Do that for 30 seconds, then put the stick down and calmly look at the camera and go, is this what 20 years of feminism and women's studies and master's degrees have brought us? I see.
Yep. Or who knows, perhaps I could do something that I do kind of like. I just do not have the stuff to do it. Because by even that I like the whole Slavic stuff, and I am thinking of, what? Perhaps I should make a video where they pretty much do the whole javelin throw thing because the Slavs were just stubborn with their javelins. They just kept on practicing javelin throwing until good guns were made.
Javelins are deadly.
And the Slavs knew it.
Everybody knew it.
Yep.
Fucking a rock is deadly.
Yep. And the Slavs were pretty much addicted to their javelins, so much to the point that some Roman writers said that the Slavs were actually far more deadlier than the average Roman soldier. Just because of that.
Well, the problem with the Roman soldiers is they were marched around an entire continent, and from time to time they'd, make camp, and they're always doing construction. They didn't really get a break.
No.
Now, the natives, they're already used to their own schedule, and in their spare time, yes, they're going to master their weapons. Like Japanese, once the winter comes in, you can't do any more farming, so there's nothing to do but
train.
Yeah,
Yep.
train.
Yep, and the Slavs were also pretty skilled at cavalry, because I mean by most of the cavalry men among the Spaniards in our troops during when we discovered the continent were actually Slavic, because the Polish hussars created some of the best well-known cavalry tactics of their time, and they just pretty much continued until tanks became a thing.
Oh, sure. I mean, I remember when I took Taekwondo in my mid-20s, and, I didn't take it serious, I didn't live for it, but I realized just how potentially dangerous I could be. And I think back sometimes, I think, what if I really had the passion to be as fit and strong as I can be? Oh, man, my hands would be like steel. Oh, man, I would definitely be able to kill somebody with just a fist. And Taekwondo is mostly feet, footwork.
With Dim Mak, you can kill somebody with just your fist.
Yeah. Well,
hit him just right, and you cause a brain hemorrhage, and it's nighty-night.
Said,
oh, sure. Taekwondo's got
dice roll
many other
4, you got
ways
half
of
of the
combat,
bet back.
The reason why you use your feet is because, man, your legs are just big and they're heavy, and all you got to, you hit the head.
It's gonna hurt.
Pretty much not getting up. Oh God, yeah. Rib, you're gonna break a rib, man, or at least crack it good enough to, make the other guy go, I'm going home. Well, I mean, think about it. This is supposed to be Korean, farmer stuff, and most of these, from what I remember. Anyways, Taekwondo is one of those things that, no matter how tired and exhausted you are, you can still put a hell of a hurt on the other
was
guy.
Was the Sarmathian-Roman connection in that King Arthur movie correct?
Because karate, man, that takes a lot. Not karate. Is it karate or?
Bot Rex.
That takes a lot of energy unless you're really,
Roger
really
Edonoggle, you leveled up to level 2.
It's just, you got to dance and punch and shit. And, oh man, when you're.
Well, I'll be heading out, so you guys have a good time.
Take it easy, Rexus.
Farming all day out in the hot heat, and you're just trying to get back to the house, and you get a bunch of soldiers or somebody come up, and you got to fight 2 or 3 or 5 people. You want to expend a minimal amount of energy, and
that's where I think things like Tai Chi come in.
Judo for sure.
Yeah.
Use your opponent's weight against them. Tai Chi. Wait a minute. I thought Tai Chi was a warm-up exercise. I don't know. There might be some actual martial arts.
It's an actual martial arts. Like you're practicing going through the motions, just at a really slow pace. It's for I think they use it more for meditative type things.
I knew where you were going with that. Yeah, that's like it's like when Daniel-san did kata. It's not actual beating people up part. It's just it's staying flexible and still doing the motions. Not Taekwondo, man. They wanted you to move so dynamically. You can hear the your sleeves, pop, And if you do it right, you can get a little popping sound when you get that fabric moving right.
Yeah.
A little starch kind of helps too. I didn't know that till it was too late, but if you watch and wear your gi, you could get some popping sound, but starch will definitely help. But it was, I don't know. I went to a couple competitions, and when you meet some people who are older than you, and you just see these people just so dead dog serious about the whole lifestyle, and it's like, you're like, man, you talk weird, like you're in a movie or something. I mean, what was that
When you
TV
can't,
show with?
when it's gotten to a point where fantasy is seeping into reality, and
yeah.
you can't tell the difference which is which.
One thing I did
get.
One thing I did notice is there's really nobody competing in the age group of 50 up. So if I went back right now at my age, the likelihood of running into another man is pretty damn low. I'd get a trophy for just showing up.
Who knows? Never know until you try.
Yeah, but my luck, there will be one guy who's... Oh, man. If they're at least equal to what I am, oh, man, it's gonna make me sweat. I'm not even good at it.
That's the joys of challenges, though, man. You know, you need to push yourself a little bit. You know, I don't want to have to break my back to get things done either, but I do like somewhat of a challenge, though. With these video games.
Well,
I use that with the video games, you know. I don't want to be dominated, but I want sort of I want a challenge.
Oh, sure. Well, the reason why I stopped going was because everything was geared for competition, and you know, once a week we'd have some street fighting, you know, learn how to actually defend yourself type stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, what we were learning was if you use it, you can, you know, easily kill somebody or cripple them. But you know, they show us some of the other stuff that. But anyways, some of the other training I had and other stuff, my mind just kept fighting it. It's just like, you know, you always fall back to your lowest form of training or your original training. And so every once in a while, I came close to, you know, just what do you call that? Sparring? Yeah, just in sparring, I never stepped over the line, but I came pretty close a couple times. So I was like, I can't focus on just, you know, rules for the competition. I want to actually, you know.
Roger Alunagal said,
I don't know.
I had a taekwondo teacher talking to another school. We meet face to face at your school or my school. We lock doors. All I could think was about the movies from the 70s.
No, I don't fight like most guys do. I mean, most guys just want to take you to the ground. That's the first thing you got to watch out for. Sucker punch you. Sucker punch and take you straight to the ground and try to MMA your ass. That's the two biggest threats in a fight as far as I'm aware of.
And crazy fucks like me would grab the closest thing and just start bashing you with it, because I really don't want to fight. I'm trying to get it over with as fast as possible.
Oh, sure. I actually like it when people grab some shit, because if you're brave enough to get in close enough, all you gotta do is just, you know, get that wrist or elbow, and it just takes all your power. Don't let nobody get close to you, Chaos.
Oh, no.
Don't swing too high.
No, I headbutt.
Low. Headbutting's good. I'm just saying, go.
It hurts a little bit, but I'm telling you, the quick way is they're like getting up in your face, just rear back, and it's gonna hurt you a little bit. But if you duck them right on the nose, that gives you enough time to go in there, throw some knees, take them to the ground, throw some elbows, and if you feel like it, getting up and curb stomping their dick for good measures.
Yo, that's what I do in England. They headbutt your. They're aiming for your nose or your teeth.
Yep.
Not the forehead. You'd be stupid to headbutt somebody in the forehead.
That shit hurts. Oh, that hurts so bad.
Well, you're on equal ground at that point. That's retarded. Yeah, the teeth and the nose is what you want. So yeah, don't let nobody get close enough to sucker punch you, headbutt you. I mean, I think I got a better than 50-50 shot of surviving a hit to the nuts. I'm not gonna like it. It's definitely gonna, make me react.
Right.
But it's not gonna shut me down. I mean, I've been hit in the nuts at least twice in my life. And... oh lordy, you start seeing dead relatives and shit. Oh man.
I grew up through the Jackass era. I had a lot of friends that watched. God damn it! I hit the wrong button again. I had a lot of friends that watched Jackass.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting how old you are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
I had a buddy when we were in the Navy. We just left El Pollo Loco.
Crazy chicken.
And he's like, "Hey Sean, what's the capital of Thailand?" And I was like, "Huh, what?" And he said, "Bangkok." And it dropped me, man. I was sitting on the fucking ground. Just, this motherfucker takes a picture of me. That's the kind of shit I do. I'm fucking WWE. That was a big predominant thing. I did backyard wrestling. I got sack tapped almost every fucking match.
Oh, gee whiz, man. Yeah, I had a couple friends who tried that shit with me. It never hit me hard, just little backhand, light nut tap. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, it's straight up Sharukan.
Stop that shit. Too sweet.
That's when I started power bombing motherfuckers. Like, wait, man, it's just a joke. You're like, so is this. Ah, right on the fucking concrete.
I get it. I mean, that's, it's like some people, it's like, since we don't fight for our food and, we don't Spartan anything anymore. I can see why young men want to do that kind of stuff. And, damn, what was I listening to yesterday? They were talking about we all live in a prison. That's why we go to the gym. Like, get your workout, bitch. Life's a prison.
Sounds like some shit Frost would say.
What the fuck was I listening to? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. It wasn't Outlaw because I was out in the garage doing something.
Sounds like some shit Frost would say straight up.
Bata needs to do a video of the origins of
maybe it was Chronic?
No, not Chronic. It was just in the last 2 or 3 days during the daytime. And I wasn't listening to Outlaw because I catch him when he's live, except for the other night.
I hadn't even started the fucking quest yet. God damn it.
What was that last night? No, anyways, did you see that Chronic? I mean, Outlaw got over 1,000 views.
Dumpster fires. Join the Discord. HTTPS Discord GGFW QM6CHMRS. Roger Erlunagel said,
"You jerk off on her channel?
When
what?
I was 12, a kid YH hit me so hard one nut is still like
oh,
the
you're
I couldn't believe he hit me that hard."
Oh yeah, no girls allowed, man. It's the Our Gang.
Even his Southern Pride and nostalgia.
Yeah, you ever seen a TV show called Our Gang? It used to make it during the Depression. Spanky and all that. Alfalfa. It's a hater club, man.
Oh, you're talking about
Our Gang.
Little Rascals.
There you go.
That's what I know them as, is the Little Rascals.
Yeah, they used both of them. I can't remember when they, anyway. The, No Woman Club type shit.
I'll be back in a minute.
It's too bad. Crystal, if she didn't say nothing, she'd probably enjoy those shows.
She's in her late 30s.
I mean, compared to some of the stuff I've heard 2 years ago, outlaws, it's pretty tame. I mean, they're not out to, date women or really tear them down, but,
Yeah.
I
got burnt out on all the bashing and all that shit. It's like, okay, this is great and all, but how are we gonna get better?
Yeah, it ain't
I don't like the doomer gloomer dwelling in the. Like, okay, let's look towards the future and get better.
Yeah. You can only take so much wall slamming and no egg songs
God damn it, dude, I fucking binged that shit, dude.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it, I ended up getting out of my little. A lot of them are still in the red pill rage kind of phase. I've managed to get myself out of it, and it was fairly quick.
Yeah. I think Hammer overdid the whole no eggs. It started off with Jennifer Anderson when she was talking about if she would have had children, but now it's too late.
Oh yeah.
All the other actresses who wanted a family, they had no problem getting pregnant.
They had in vitro. She squandered all their money.
Yeah.
Running around with the Playboys.
Yeah, any woman who's going to sit there and talk about, oh, I regret not having children. Shut up. Don't talk. Just fucking go away. You had your chance, you fucked it up.
You know done a long time ago, but you chose your career, fame, and fortune over family, children. Well, that's the price you pay, sweetheart. Be grateful you got in vitro, where you might be able to put out a kid, but chances are that kid's gonna come out fucked up 7 ways too. Some sort of tism, whatever the fuck.
Anderson deserves the no egg song, but when you do it for every woman at a certain age, I'm going to tell you, man. When I worked at the hospital, I saw a bunch of chicks who were 40 plus.
They can still get pregnant. It's just a lot harder.
Well, fuck yeah, they can get pregnant. I've seen a lot of fucking, older women getting wheeled out the front door with their new baby.
I said it's still possible.
Oh, it's very. I tell you what's really funny about a lot of these guys is we know most of them are fat and bald and they're not good looking.
Hey,
and they're
I'm bald and not good looking, alright. Eat a dick.
You should fuck up. Let me finish my sentence. You might actually agree with me. But we know some of these. You're not fat, and I've seen you in a suit. You're a very distinguished man. Anyways, we know a bunch of these guys in the whole manosphere make that way thing. They're fat. They're balding. They look like shit. They got no personal skills. They're not even interesting. And they get on there and talk about, well, if she doesn't have a hymen and she's not 20, I don't want her. I'm like, motherfucker, you should be lucky if fucking, half the fucking, sluts on whatever show touch your dick, you stupid sons of bitches.
I know the chances of finding a chaste and pure virgin and all that shit are slim to none.
Finding a 20-year-old
But I still am gonna have some standards.
In 1992.
The whole no hymen, no diamond thing. I'm on the belief of she's not traditional. She doesn't deserve the traditional treatment. That. That's nothing too bad.
Yeah, now I can see where a woman goes wild with power and, cock crazy for a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of them straightened out, decades ago. But nowadays, these women want to be cock crazy all the way up to their 60s and 70s. And like, honey, you're too old for this shit. And and a lot of women, once they go through a bit of, the phase. If you two really
a phase
get along,
that they don't even necessarily have to go through, man.
Right, but I'm just saying, look, we're all human. Sex feels really good. I dig it. I get it. Just don't stay friends with every guy you ever fuck. That kind of thing. And again, you got to vet. You get to know the girl's family. If you're young enough, or she's young enough for children, you know, and you want children. I get it. But you know, like me, I'm right here at 60, so I would be more than happy to have a 40-year-old woman because it's going to be about company and growing old together now.
Right.
And that's what I really liked about that woman in England. Everything
kind of
about
the
her
purpose from the
perfect.
get-go, though, was companionship.
Yeah, but because I'm doing my videos and stuff, and she knows what this has got a lot of potential. And she's just so afraid that every woman that smiles at me, just like my dick's gonna pop out and fall inside of her. I'm like, I got tired of hearing her talk like that.
Like that's all women.
Yeah, but
my ex was the same way. I couldn't have no female friends, but the instance I said something about her male friends, I was being insecure and all this other bullshit.
Yeah, I went through that when I was 38 and I had those 2 TV shows. That woman I was dating, she was all shitty about, she always say, them other women, they just want your nuts. I'm like, they can want all they want. I can't have them. Even then, she's all shitty. And dude, we're talking 2 cable access TV shows. And she's worried about me being, known enough in town for that shit to be super jealous. Fuck's sake, man. But now I'm on YouTube and I got other potential. I can see where it bothers some women. Because most men are pigs. Just don't call me one. If I don't do anything to show you I'm a pig, shut up. She'd always say shit like, you're probably going to want a younger woman. I'm like, why do you keep talking like this? She's a good-looking woman.
If I chose you, I chose you. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I chose her. She chose me. And it really, even, I haven't talked to her in like 2 months, and it still hurts, man. Her voice is like honey in my ears.
Yeah.
And she actually had wit and humor. And she's smart. But, I can be a little goofy from time to time, and that's what I need for my videos, because I can't just be I can't be the guy who wakes up every day and, has a slice of toast and coffee and goes to the office and come home and be stoic all day. I mean, fuck that. That's what a lot of women want, but I can't do that. I gotta be, I do this shit sober, man.
I'm animated as fuck, or I'm not animated as fuck. It's either one or the other. There's no in between for me.
What really pissed me off was when I went down to Wilmington for that Comic-Con. The night before,
damn it.
I think, I can't remember the app, but we can FaceTime each other on video.
Uh-huh.
And so gourmet ice cream candy store, I absolutely love down there. They make real candy down there, chocolates and whatnot. And the ice cream is all, oh man, it's not processed. It's real ice cream. Anyways, I turned the phone on so I can, give her a tour of the place, and I sent her some video like when I was doing karaoke, and she knows I was drinking a lot that night. And when the weekend was over with, she's like, I need to come to America and take care of you and keep you from doing that again. I'm like, bitch, I had a ball. Nobody got hurt. What do you mean, take care of you? I was trying to share the experience with her because I really wish she was there with me to have all that fun.
Yeah.
What is your query?
And she wants to play mommy on? No.
The edicts mandate that I defend.
Even my nephew gave me shit. We're at the bar and I'm drinking. He's like, he makes comments like, I'm too old and he's gonna have to carry me home. I'm like, we just walked 1.5 miles down there.
Ugh.
Did all that drinking, did karaoke. We went to 2 different restaurants. I mean, the kid could barely keep up with me. He's still talking shit like, oh man, blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of pissed off at him.
I mean, I'll crack some old hat jokes, but that's just like my charming personality. I don't ever try and take personal digs. Like short people, I make fun of short people all the time. It's just happens.
Yeah. And I got up early the next.
But...
Yeah, I mean, after all that drinking and shit, I still got up early the next day. And I was way ahead of schedule for the
That's when you
Comic-Con.
talk shit to Bim. All day.
I didn't have to because it was just
Your actions
you know,
show otherwise.
exactly. And he did kind of, he did eat the dick sandwich on the way back because halfway back home, he's like, hey, he said, I really want to thank you for this weekend. I mean, you showed me things that I never would have done. And he's expressing, he liked my, my fast, hard pace. I just thought, hey, I'm going to show this kid, just because you're old doesn't mean you have to, walk around with a cane and wear a sweater all fucking day.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, his father is 70 something. But his father's from New York.
Oh yeah, they got a different kind of work ethic up there.
Yeah, I mean he's a good worker. He had a business making good money. But being a New Yorker, they're always sassy. You got their own. They shit on everybody like, oh, you ain't good enough. Oh, I'm the king shit. Yeah, you ain't good like me. I can only imagine stupid shit his father said about me because it's not like I've kept the normal. Here's what drives people crazy, Chaos. I've never had a regular job, but yet I have what I have, and people are like, how the fuck do you do it? I'm like,
so much chaos and destruction.
People talk shit to me for years, and you think I'm gonna be nice to you?
We will be back.
It's no secret, man. Look, I just had to work extra. I had to work really hard.
Yeah.
I just don't tell people. Yeah, I worked nighttime for so long, or we call it the side gig nowadays. But man, I had back-breaking labor jobs. Most people don't want to do it paid all right. I saved my money. I just didn't piss it away. That's all. And everybody thinks there's something wrong with me because I don't have a regular job. Drives women fucking insane. Where do you get your money from?
It wasn't matter.
They know my parents. Yeah, they know my parents didn't have shit. I mean, well, my parents did all right, but they know I'm not getting nothing from. I mean, my dad's gone. He didn't leave me nothing. My mom ain't gonna give me shit.
Moss grow over us.
Actually, I don't want nothing from her. So.
From the beach.
If they are truly allies.
Timothy Sokol.
And my sister, she tried to drain my mom's bank
Today
account,
work
and I
is
put
a
a stop to
four-letter
that shit. Especially after she had the stroke. I'm like, you evil fucking cunt.
That is fucked.
Oh yeah, for years. It's funny. For years she always played the I love you, mommy. Always, cuddled up nice to her and everything, and got all kinds of money. I watched my daughter do that shit too. They piss money away on weed and fucking
Riggs
stupid
Jr.
shit, for decorations.
Said,
I mean, nothing
so is Boom
substantial.
LOL.
Please deposit his memory lane into the archives repository.
And who do they all end up fucking moving in with? Me.
The archive holds every Earthman's memories. Can you view them?
They still ain't got shit.
What is your command?
And I'm still not done. I'm still fucking. When I go to work, I still gotta break my fucking back. But I do kind of enjoy it, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, I say that mostly because
Timothy Sokol.
I've reached an
said,
age
the
with
pimp
some
hand
damage
must be
to my
strong.
body. I haven't completely broken it to a point where I can't do certain things. And I still feel really good knowing I still can't do a lot of things, so.
Roger Erlenagel.
Man, how long
They
can I
know
go
you're
though?
resourceful.
How many dudes in there? I'm not 60 yet, but I'm still 59. But really, how many years into my 60s can I keep doing this shit?
Well, that's all up to you.
We're talking 10 more years, man. I'm knocking on 70.
That's all up to you. There's a guy that comes up to where I work. He's probably close to your age, and he fucking does all the light. He deals with all the lighting in the sanctuary and all that shit, and keeps it all maintained. And it's a lot of shit that I would kind of be willing to do if I were to be taught. But oh damn, that's a lot of extra work. He's taught me some shit.
Timothy Sokol.
But
said,
I'm one of
I'll
those I have
never
to
be able to afford to retire.
I have to keep doing it, otherwise I'll forget.
Well, electricity, as far as lighting goes, you got parallel circuits and you got single circuits. But lighting show, man, you gotta get up on ladders and stuff. And yeah, Roger said they know I'm resourceful. Yeah, Roger. Everybody can't stand it, knowing that I am a clever bitch. You can't stand. You're just like, they don't know where I go. They don't know what I do. And here's the funny part: it's all legal. It's all legal.
You are dismissed.
I think it's a bad habit from being in the Air Force. You know, keeping everything secret. You know, just a simple op. You know, just if nobody knows what you're doing, they got nothing to work with, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if they ain't got nothing to work with, can't get you on nothing.
I serve the titan.
Yeah. Now, what I'm getting ready to say is not a boast or a flex. My nephew come over about 2 or 3 weeks ago. He was saying something. We were having a conversation, and he said something kind of pissed me off. But he didn't say it out of spite. It's just one of those things he didn't realize what he was saying.
Yeah.
And I don't do this all the time, but I just happen to have $500 in my pocket. Because I needed it for something. It was good timing, actually. And so I just looked at it. I pulled out $500.
You whipped out your dick when it was necessary.
Yeah, I whipped it out and I slammed it on the table. I said, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? When you get to be my age, are you going to be able to do what I just did?" I did that to piss him off, to make him think, because he's pissing money away off on having too much fun.
Yeah, no, like I said, that's why I phrased it the way I did. Like I tell people, it's okay to whip out your dick sometimes, and you whipped out your dick, metaphorically, with your money.
Yeah, only with him because he's family. Now, if it was one of my other associates or friends, if they talk shit to me like, "Oh, you ain't got nothing," I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm a fucking loser bum." I'm not showing him anything, but my nephew, I was trying to inspire him. Even he's baffled because he knows I climb and cut trees from time to time. Shit, he's actually videotaped me doing it.
Prioritize the wounded.
But other than that, I don't think he understands how much he can make.
Said, "No wife, happy life." Roger,
if I go off on a good job, it might take me 2 or 3 days.
I have a cousin,
but
he always had plenty, raised 4 daughters, none of us knew what he did for a living that took care of his dad in his old age.
Like Sunday, it was a half a day. And I just wanted to get it done. I did some heavy lifting, man. And yeah, I'm doing alright today. But yesterday, god damn it, I was fucking stiff as shit. At least it's summertime, you sweat all this shit out. Like working in a sauna. Yeah, Riggs, cash is a 4-letter word,
Riggs
my
JR.
favorite.
Said, cash is also a 4-letter word.
Hey, I know
Timothy
another
Sokol
4-letter word I like.
Self-employed is a 24/7 job. I'm here to tell
Yeah,
ya.
you're right, Tim. Self-employment's a
Riggs
bitch,
JR.
but at least I ain't got no one cracking
Said,
whipping my ass on,
Sir, that
on their
ISNT
schedule.
a woman that SA 304 LOL.
If I need to go somewhere and cry for a while, I can pick when and where I do it.
Riggs JR. Said, tits is also a 4-letter word.
Huh.
Crystal's got me thinking I might want a part-time job at one of those rubber dick stores here in town.
So not for everybody, and if you're a man, be prepared to be accused for sexual assault and sexual harassment.
Timothy Sokol. Said,
What, with
So is
customers or
cunt.
the employees?
Yeah, you gotta be
Customer.
professional. You can't joke around or nothing.
Oh no, no, fuck no! I would never joke
You
around.
can joke
Not,
around, but it has to be non-vulgar.
no, no. I would. Well, no. I can be very cold and stoic, but very professional in a setting like that. The other reason why I'd want a job part time is so I could share stories with you guys and God, I could just how fun would that be? But no, I would never. No, I'm really good, about not flirting, not shitting where you eat, with the women thing. Customers or employees, I'm really good about not doing that.
Riggs Jr.
Like with me,
said,
if a family member
wouldn't he
were
be able to keep it together if the
visit
lady was over
and stay in a
65
hotel,
lol. Timothy
if I
Sokol
were caught going into
said,
that hotel room, I
only a
would get
woman
fired.
can make a billionaire into a millionaire.
Only because my bosses don't know if I'm soliciting myself out of the workplace. Or if I'm also working as a prostitute on the side. So either way, I'd lose my job if I was caught in or around a hotel or motel.
No, I can see that. I can see where there'd be a lot of concern for
Riggs
what
Jr.
everybody's up to.
said,
Yeah, I can see that.
race cars also do the
I'm
same,
just
but
thinking
one
if you're
T
working at
divorce
night,
yacht and take it all.
Women especially would like to know that there's a man working with them.
Charging. Move.
Like I said, just a thought.
With this job, if you're, I don't want to sound mean or bad or anything, but with this type of job, if you're a man, there is backlashes that you will face.
Gotta remember,
No,
it's still taboo for men to even think about having their own little toys and stuff like that.
I'd be happy to work at the cash register and sell dick-shaped fucking candy all day. I mean, cups that look like boobies when you drink out of the nipple.
We have glass toppers that are a boob and you just stick a straw to the nipple.
Yeah, and occasionally if
Watch your
it's
step.
necessary for me to do it, put batteries in the toys to make sure they're functional and correct before they walk out the door. And remind them, if you have any problems with it, you can't return it because it's got cootie juices on it.
Watch your step.
Sorry, that cootie juices on my dick is song.
With us at our store, it's like if the customer buys the item, leaves the store, goes into the vehicle, then changes their mind and brings it in to try to return it. As soon as it leaves the store, we do not take returns.
I've been to a place like this before with the women I've dated. I can't remember what we got. Nothing too exciting. I think it was at least one vibrator, and I do remember there was mention of once you leave the door, you can't bring it back. I'm like, all right. I only spent like $20, so it's no big deal. Not like I got a gas-powered, 50cc, power-driven turbo, fucking, crotch
You got
rocket,
the Ultra Vibe Pleasure 2000.
Yeah.
Jackhammer fucks the shit out of it.
I'm surprised they don't make a fucking rubber version of a jackhammer for some women.
Probably
Some of them
already
women
have.
need it.
Shit.
I'm not trying to be mean. I get it. When you're horny, man.
Yeah.
It's real hard to find somebody who
Charging.
can work you over real good and go, ah. Especially women.
Well, I mean, using vibrators and shit don't help. That shit desensitizes everything over time.
That's why they need a guy who knows what the hell they're doing and knows how to really, fuck them good.
Bot Riggs.
Because women
Said,
ruin it,
thank you for the
destroy
follow,
their-
Riff
their-
Rage.
Yeah, what you just said.
Thanks for the follow, Riff Rage. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well.
like I said, I'm not beating up on women. I get it. I understand it. Women need a guy who knows what the hell they're doing. I think that's the other reason why I like older women, because, you know, they're just used, you know, yeah, younger women are horny too, but, you know, when a woman gets around 40 and up, they don't just want sex, they need it.
Yeah. Watch your step.
I mean, men have made a joke of this for, you know, a very long time. You know, if someone needs to fuck her brains out, maybe she'll calm down for a few days, because she needs to be fucked.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
So, no matter what I say about women, jokingly or I'm serious, you know, I do have the empathy for them, because I seem to be one of the very few men on the planet who actually understand it. It's easy to beat them up on, you know, MGTOW stuff. I'm not going to name names of channels, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So.
Botrex said.
What do you think? You think I'm logical in what I say about that, or
subscribe to
no?
show your support.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you don't think I'm being a dick when I say it like that, though, right?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I mean, being horny is horrible for anybody. I think that's, you know, it's like when I worked with bands, you know, especially young bands, they all think they're going to change the world and bring peace. I'm like, no. If everybody can get, you know, laid guilt-free, that would bring peace to the world. Not music.
Charging. Move.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Outlaw?
Hey. Congratulations on your last night, Outlaw.
I appreciate it, man. Over 1,100 views on that stream.
Right there.
I got up somewhere around, I think it was around 2 o'clock last night or whatever. I'm like, well, I know I missed the show. Let me check it out. And I saw over 1,000. I'm like, damn.
Watch your step.
Job, man.
Well, I couldn't do it without all these good people, man.
Well, you got the crowd going, man. I mean, I didn't see who else is on or who else is doing whatever, but I mean, you're doing good, man. Put up.
Yeah. Now I went out and
Charging.
ran some errands, and my car is back fucking up again. So I ain't bought the spark plugs yet.
I sent you a video on your Discord.
Let me see here. Oh.
I sent you 2 of them actually. One for fun and one because I know you'd probably like it.
Oh, okay. Let me check this out. I think I got some music I'm gonna put with that Andrea stage dancing video. Yeah.
Now, when you watch the Space Betty one, you gotta listen to that one with volume up.
Okay. The first one?
Well, the One Tree Hill one, I put the opening like on a TV show, I put the whole song on it.
Right. Now, I don't wanna be anything other than what I've been. Gotta be really, yeah. The fact that I remember that theme song is amazing for some reason. I've forgotten everything about that show.
It's a damn good song, man. Shit, even I was singing that shit when that show came out.
It is. You know, Chad Michael Murray was in his prime then. Like, I think he did a movie with Hilary Duff, like right sometime in that time period.
Yeah, they were trying to Disney and, you know, really make him Prince Charming type shit and didn't work, but...
Speaking of your... Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
They're turning Deadpool gay.
He's already gay. He tried to suck Wolverine's dick through the whole movie.
Yeah.
They are having...
Yeah, I thought that was kind of the part of the joke, was like Deadpool was supposed to be androgynous or whatever as part of a joke.
Yeah, no, they're having Neil Patrick Harris play Deadpool.
Oh God, no. No.
So they took, They took the whole bromance thing too fucking.
Oh God.
Is he gay? Ain't he gay in real life?
Yes.
Oh, dude, yeah. Neil Patrick Harris, man. He's fucking clearer than a $3 bill.
Yeah.
But Outlaw, when that video, that video I sent you of One Tree Hill, I'm 6'1". Look how fucking tall Chad is. That motherfucker's like 6'5", man.
Oh yeah.
He makes me look petite.
Wyatt.
He's a tall boy, man. He is
Starting
the
to
dumb
rain.
Chad. And his name is Chad.
Chad. Your name's Chad.
Now you're doing
6'5".
Ramadi.
He had a six-pack ab. He had six-pack abs, and he made all that money on TV show. That boy is literally little Chad.
What'd you say, Chaos?
I said, how are you doing, Ramadi?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm just outside with my dog, and now we're fixing to head in before we start getting pissed on.
Ah, Mother Nature about to take a big old piss on you.
Yeah, I did a sweep over the car, and I've got oil, and I've got transmission fluid and all that. I don't know, honestly, unless it's the spark plugs or that filter in the gas tank. I have no idea what's going on with that thing, man.
No, come on.
You ready for Saturday?
Ready for Saturday.
Put a map up on my post section of all the organized riots all throughout the country and someplace in Europe for Trump's birthday. And of course, you got to do this shit the day before Father's Day as well.
Yeah, well, Daddy, I saw they were reporting that protests, quote-unquote protests, were breaking out in Austin, Texas, as of last night.
I'm in North Carolina, and they got more fucking riots staged and ready to go than, anyways, it's going to be competitive with the Northeast, which is really bothersome. I didn't know we had that many fucking scumbag, fucking liberal communists around here.
Yeah,
The entire
state, man.
The entire east coast of Carolina is set to burn. The city I'm in, I know they're going to start shit, but that's like 10 miles away from me. And you got Raleigh, Charlotte, all the fucking Appalachian areas. They're going to go after all the religious centers. I know what they're going to. Anyways.
Don't let the hillbillies come down and start kicking some ass.
Well,
if they start coming to my neighborhood, they ain't going to last long, man, because I'm going to tell you where all the cops are going to be at. They're going to be surrounding their own police department to keep it from being burned.
Charging.
And whatever other city structures they can save. There ain't going to be no cops where I'm at. And I know at least 2 or 3 neighbors, we all have at least equal or better training. And we're a fire team unto ourselves. You got no fucking chance. Not with idiots with small handhelds and some Molotovs. That won't last long.
Well, not only that, if you say it's going to be on the east coast of North Carolina on the eastern side, guess what's right smack dab in the middle of the east coast of North Carolina?
What?
Camp Lejeune, home of the 2nd Marine Division.
They might go out. They might secure something. Well, hell, I'm right next to Fort Bragg. They're not fucking with Fort Bragg. They're gonna in Fayetteville, downtown Fayetteville. They're gonna try and burn all that shit. And I'm not far from that. I'm within 10 miles of that. And
I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't know if they would. I don't know if they would send out regular army.
No.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter.
Unless there were firearms involved and they were really trying to take out the police department, Trump might activate elements to martial law would have to be declared.
Well, but I mean, the cops, and you know this, man. I mean, the cops are being told to stand down. I mean, they're out there to show presence, but they're
there
not really
is such thing as
do it.
disobeying an unlawful order, and then politicians telling the police to stand down is a very unlawful order.
It's not just that, guys. George Floyd. I was out of town, and I come through. Well, anyways, they were busy breaking into the mall and gun stores, and the only place you could find a cop was they were literally surrounding their own police department to make sure they didn't get burned out, and City Hall. There were no cops on patrol because there weren't enough of them to be enforced to do shit, because there were literally thousands of fucking hood rats everywhere burning shit. What 5 cops can't do shit. You need 100 cops to, even think about going into that.
Right, but what's the point, Maddie? What's the point of sending the police out there if they're not going to be authorized to do anything? I'm serious.
That's why I'm saying the police need to tell the
cops cannot act on their own and operate independently in accordance with the laws they're told to enforce, and they have to be told by somebody else, no, don't do this yet. Okay, do this now, or no, you can't do this now. Then fuck that. What's the point of the law even being out there?
All this I got a good answer. I got a really good answer for both of you. First of all, they're outnumbered. I told you there's thousands of these fucking hood rats who are doing all this shit. And they got communications. What they do is they use several different communications apps, let's say like WhatsApp or Discord or whatever. And they have their own comms and signals, and they move like flocks of fish. There's not enough cops to even go, except for they did go to the mall eventually. They sent like 50 cops, and they did curb stomp the shit out of them because it's the mall. But all the other places, there weren't shit they could do. There's a lot of gun stores that got broke into. They're outnumbered, man. That's the small answer. Look at LA. They don't have enough cops to go out there and shit stomp those people because they're trying to keep traffic flowing. They're trying to, preserve their own buildings.
Roger Aeronautic.
But when it gets to the point when
it sure seems like
it becomes a
planned.
Korean rooftop situation,
it's all planned.
Even then, the cops won't be able to do shit until everything slows down. Then, of course, they're going to fuck all the people who are protecting themselves.
Well, yeah, it's all coordinated. It's all coordinated. They've got command and control, command and signal. It's all being ran almost like a military operation.
On both sides.
On the fucking dickheads end.
Both sides got.
Not saying that the cops and the National Guard and the Marines aren't organized and don't have their shit together, but the difference between the National Guard and the Marine Corps that's out there versus the law enforcement is the Marines and the National Guard, they don't take their fucking orders from anybody but the Commander-in-Chief.
Roger in the chat. Nice. It's because this is a planned revolutionary riot. This is
Look at California Ford. She showed a poster on polls. She was walking around and she showed her phone. They got posters saying, burn it all down Saturday.
Oh, are you? Oh, Chaos, are you streaming on YouTube right now? I thought this was just a Discord call.
Should always assume I am streaming. It's alright. It says in my description we talk about shit other than just video games on here, so people can't handle the conversations, and that's.
We didn't say nothing too bad. We're good, Ramadi. Go ahead, Outlaw.
Maddie, you know why? Because those people are they're organized. They're a part of a riot group that a Chinese communist, what is his name, Neville Singham, is funding.
Him and Soros Jr.
This has Chinese, it has Chinese propaganda all over it.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let's slow down for a second. This is being funded by multiple countries and organizations. That's not a surprise.
Yes.
What Ramadi said was key that we need to be aware of. They have sophisticated communication system, and it's a military op. They have a hierarchy, and they have targets, and they have distractions. Like I was saying about my town, the cops are outnumbered. But what they do is they send 100 little thuggies over to this area to go set some shit on fire, they're trying to bait the cops over there. The cops ain't stupid, man. They can't win nationwide. They need to deputize. The posse comitatus was originally meant to deputize men like me and you, and we're supposed to go in there and just take care of this shit. But nobody wants to be on the news saying, oh, they did this to my children. Well, your children should have stayed the fuck at home. Is what they should have done.
Yeah.
When the good men and women stand up and put a line in the sand saying, look, you're not burning our shit down. But George Floyd, what did all the mayors say? In North Carolina, I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. I remember in Raleigh, because they destroyed all the downtown, just like they did in New York City. The mayor said, they're expressing themselves, and you have insurance. Don't interfere with it. She basically said, she just said, whatever, hell, man, you can watch that that chick in L.A. She's an admitted on the payroll of the Communist Party from Cuba, not China, but it's the same thing. And she's telling everybody, you know, she just basically gave the marching orders to go burn all the shit.
Yeah, Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom has been given their marching orders too because they're in on it.
Yeah, so yesterday I checked my generator, my fuel supply, my extra food. If nothing else, my standard of living will be pretty good. Now, I know there's only not too many people watching. I'm not trying to give anybody advice, but, you know, as long as there's power on, we're good. But, you know, they have never gone for that shit yet. If they do, that's going to be... I think they stay away from it because then it becomes a federal matter, and they can be shot for fucking stuff like that. That's why they stick to the stuff they know they can get away with, like setting a 7-Eleven on fire, nobody, or a Wendy's, because everybody's got the mentality of it's corporate, they can afford it, bro. But once they go for certain things that affect the masses, yeah, you know, like I said, no, I didn't just say it, but anyways, I remember from 2014 all the way up to 2020, because you know I used to make Kydex holsters, and I traveled, you know, state to state to state doing gun shows. I can't tell you how many people I personally know who have their own night vision. I mean, they got a loadout, bro. And once they meet other people who are, you know,
equally
when I say a fire team, these thuggies don't have a chance.
No.
In the right,
look,
where you're at in this country.
If the if the bigger higher ups, the money interests are in charge of this, then the way of life's not going to change. All that's going to happen is you're going to see these people gather in these bigger cities or wherever they're going to protest or riot. And they're probably going to burn like a couple of cars or some shit like that. And then, look, it's all on a national stage for theatrics, like to get something bigger done. They're trying to implement communism into this culture.
It's already in the culture,
the biggest reason I'm not worried about my house or my neighborhood is, like you just said, all these thuggies they're setting up the stage in the cities. All going to go mess with the cops. They're hoping somebody gets shot so they can claim moral high ground. That's what they're trying. And you know, Alex Jones was talking about it yesterday. I'm like, hell, they've been trying that shit. You know, especially George Floyd and a couple other riots. They want the cops to shoot them. And the cops are showing a lot of restraint because as soon as you shoot these people in the street, it's game on, man. None of these cops can go back home without worrying about, you know, someone setting their shit on fire.
It's what you're seeing is a very, very controlled riot. None of this is organic. It's all controlled. I mean, if this was an organic riot, everybody and everywhere would be in trouble.
Those police shows 4 men entered his house. He shot 3. They died. The kids said he should have let them rob him. I don't believe that they would have stopped at robbing him.
The people in the protest are getting supplied by whoever's giving them the shields and the face mask and all that stuff, and that's where they're taking their marching orders from. You know, being bussed in these U-Haul trucks and whatnot. I mean, all this is to try to implement communism in on a psychological level
Timothy
to the rest of the culture.
Said.
And it only does them good if they're in a public place with a lot of people with cameras. That's what they're waiting for, that one magic moment for the false flag where somebody's actually going to get hurt really bad. That's why I'm not worried about my neighborhood at all. Because if they do it out here in the suburbs where I'm at, they're going to end up worm food for, you know, and nobody will ever know about it. But if they do it condensed downtown in front of the police department, they're just begging for one person to go down. That's all it takes. Then they'll really go out of control.
That's why I'm partial. You're seeing it in the city.
LA today.
Because that's where, number one, that's where the Democrat liberals are in control of. which is they're taking their marching orders from these higher ups and this money.
As
While the
far as
police,
LA,
while the police force is under control.
yeah. As far as LA goes, man, I say go ahead and unleash the fucking Marines, and go ahead and load up all the boys from the 82nd Airborne here and just drop them all over the place and just declare martial law and clean that shit out, man. Just
be done with it, yeah.
For the cops, they know who the organizers are. They know where the money's at. We all know they can track all the cell phones and information. It ain't like, oh, I didn't know who did it. They know who to arrest, and once they start arresting a bunch of people, everybody's going to start, trying to cop a deal. Then it'll all go away, and the whole the whole country disappears.
All you need to do is track down, where all of this shields and equipment's coming in. Who's renting the big U-Haul trucks? Right? Who's driving the U-Haul trucks? Whose payroll are they on? Right? And that's all.
Go ahead, man. I was just gonna say, who's dropping the bricks off? Tell me who's dropping all these bricks and center blocks off. It ain't hard. You got cameras
LAPD
everywhere in
worked
LA.
for the Libtard mayor.
I mean, they're coming in big, slow-ass box trucks too. I mean, come on, you can see them coming a mile away.
Said.
They got ads on
Partake in
Craigslist.
the
We all saw it
dumpster
on Big
fires,
Angry
join
Phil
the
last
Discord,
night.
https
ad for
Discord
12, $12,000
GGFWQM6CHMRS.
Big harasser.
Well, I was working private security in 2020. During the quote unquote summer of love. But I was living in Oklahoma at the time. I was working in my hometown. Well, not my hometown, but the city next to it. And I went from one site to another site because there was supposed to be a plan to protest in that area, and a police car came by and said, "Hey man, come with me for a second."
Timothy
So
Sokol
I follow him, and
said,
he goes,
"The Chinese
"Do you know how
billionaire
this
is
pallet
funding
of
the
bricks
law
wound
riots
up
fact."
here?" And I said, "Nope." Just a random pallet of bricks showed up in the middle of a empty mall parking lot. Coincidence?
They're doing it in my city. They're dropping almost every major city. I mean, Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. That's not a big major city, but it's big enough. They had pallets of bricks out there.
Yeah, they were talking about that shit in Washington when the socialists
They tried to set a building
took
on
over.
fire. I showed. I take the live down because other things were said it shouldn't be. But I showed a video, it's still on YouTube, where a jackass, tried to set our centerpiece of the city on fire, and he dropped the gas everywhere and set himself on fire. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, your chief of police in LA sure as hell knows who's doing it and where they're coming from, because he's being given orders from higher ups to tell him to stand down.
Said,
He knows what's
biomasks
going
and
on.
cinder
He or
blocks
she,
magically
whoever it is
appear.
over there in LA, they know what's going on. Your mayor, Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, all these people knows who's doing it. They're in on it.
Now the LA Sheriff's
Timothy
Office,
Sokol said,
they are not
They could
cooperating
be
with the mayor.
AKS just as easy.
They're going to do the right thing because they're elected officials. They don't need the mayor. That's why a lot of the city police department said they're not going to interfere because the mayor told them so. But there's usually one police chief somewhere who's going to do the right thing, but he'll just get fired and replaced.
Yeah. Well, I remember that night of that particular protest, and it was only one night. It just happened one night. And it was getting pretty close to where I was at, and we were outside, and I was actually standing with my boss talking to him because he stopped by to check on us.
A wild.
And
California
all of a
Ford
sudden,
44.
the
Enter
riot,
the chat.
police,
Welcome
or
to
the
the
police
stream.
had deployed CS
California
gas,
Ford 44.
and you could hear
The federal and these illegal immigrants is running and hiding.
What's that?
Timothy Sokol
Cali.
said,
Oh.
the law mayor is
And
a confirmed
some
communist.
kid without a shirt on comes running towards us through this cloud of CS gas, just hollering and screaming, waving his hands.
Right.
And me and my boss's first instinct
California
was to
Ford
draw on this
44
kid, but he didn't even know we were
said,
there because he couldn't see.
June
But he was
14th
running
is a
towards us.
nationwide
But he had his
protest
hands out,
placard,
so
and yes,
obviously
it's
he didn't have
staged in
anything in
a
his
la
hands,
chaos
right?
war.
Right.
Timothy
So
Sokol
I hit him low, my
said,
boss hits him high, we
"Hey,
take
Kelly."
him down, and we roll him up, and I look over my shoulder and I see two cops in riot gear coming towards us, and I hear, and what they were doing, they were shooting the little CS balls.
California
And so we roll up on
444
this kid because we had soft body armor on and we cover him up,
Chaosforyou
but we
Outlaw
were still
Crystal
getting
Kitten
hurt.
Bata Commander
You know,
and
even
Chat
though
Ola.
our body armor was marked as to who we were still getting peppered with CS pellets. Until finally we're like, oh, you know, stop, motherfuckers, you know? Whoever you're looking for is right here. And then we got up and they just rolled over and hooked him up and jugged his ass away. But yeah, that was a fun
California
night.
Ford 44
Or Modest, you look at the Summer of Love
Tim
all
Iowa,
over
well,
the
the
country,
Marines are here.
and even now with this LA stuff going on, you got a lot of photographers, and you have no idea who these people are. They're all wearing military bump helmets, and they're wearing military-style body armor. And all you gotta do is rip that Velcro patch off, put whatever you want to. Blame the cops for not trusting nobody, man.
Well, no, I mean, they were just shooting in the general direction of where they saw that kid go.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I looked over my shoulder and I saw him coming, and I heard the CS pellets impacting around us. And I told my boss, I was like, "Hey man, cover this guy." And then I started getting hit in the back, and then he started getting hit in the back and in the legs. And then finally, when we got him to stop fucking shooting at
California
us, we're like, "No man, the
444
fucking dickhead you want's
said,
right here."
A lot of people are getting
Yeah.
arrested and they
That's
all
the
is
chaos.
gonna lose
Oh,
their
I
jobs
don't
over
want to
this,
call it
but
battle,
hey,
but
that's their
you know,
issues.
even the best laid plans can go to shit from time to time.
Right.
You know.
No, I mean, it was non-lethal. I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but I mean, I wasn't gonna make a fucking federal case over it either.
Yeah, it's a hell of a war story, man. I like that. It's a good one though. It's interesting. Glad you came out all right on that one.
Timothy Sokol
You know what? I'm
said,
probably going to go to the sporting
Mace
goods
guns,
store and
rubber
get me one of
bullets
those
were
big
yours
ass
the
cans
first
of
day,
bear
didn't he
spray
work?
tomorrow.
Crystal Kitten
Okay.
said,
Gotta
Hi
get
Ford.
No, you don't got to get relatively close, but you might have to get closer than you would like in order to use that effectively.
Well, I mean,
California
if I can
Ford
avoid
44
the ultimate
said,
option, if someone's just
Crystal
being
Kitten
stupid,
Ola.
you know, running their mouth off and getting a little too close to me, I'd rather pepper spray 'em. I don't want to have
No,
to.
of course, man. No, I've said this, you know, and I know it really doesn't have anything to do with Chaos Extreme, but just for the record, man, I don't want that either.
Yeah. But like I said, and what Outlaw just said, I think we can all agree they're all going to do it downtown in front of some kind of city building. They want a martyr is what they want, or a cause to rally around. And I'm not worried about my neighborhood because it won't benefit them. I could be wrong. You never know. Might be one or two wild jerk-offs who are just tearing through the neighborhood doing stupid stuff because they can.
Yeah,
I don't know.
where I'm at, the panhandle of Florida, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
California Ford 44 said,
But
I
yeah, you can
suppose
look at
go
Kelly
to
Ford's
LA
video
cause
from,
my
today.
son
I can't
college
remember if
tour,
it was
but
the first or
LA
second
is
one
on
she
a
did, but
lockdown, so
she showed the
Zoom meeting it
posters.
is.
So get
Crystal
ready
Kitten
for No King's Day Saturday.
said,
Burn it all down.
If people lose their jobs
And
because
in
of their own
Spanish.
stupidity, that means there are job openings for other people to
So,
get jobs.
I'll be right back. I have to go
Timothy
check the phone.
Sokol
I'll be back in a minute.
said,
What you gotta do?
If you're
Ford
here, you're here. If
LAPD
you're
in the
not, it
hospital
took me
as
like
of
2
today.
minutes, literally.
Yeah, so I'm on my phone, man. I can't see Chaos's stream on YouTube. I'm not cool like everybody else on a laptop or a computer.
You good?
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, but if I try to put it on YouTube, I can either hear YouTube or I can hear what's being said on Discord. I can't
Timothy
do both.
Sokol
See,
said,
with me, what I do.
there is also
is I put
riots
the
in Texas, Florida
volume
today.
low,
California Ford 44
and then I
said,
keep the Discord.
there is a rally
about-
tomorrow at 1 p.m. and they're telling them to wear red and wear face panties to hide dotted line
Well, you're
face their
gaming right
identity.
now,
I'm
right,
on
Chaos?
my phone, no
Yeah.
laptop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen Chaos game before. So That's all right, man. I just don't want to say anything to put your damn channel or stream in jeopardy. Is all.
Ain't
California
nothing that
Ford
ain't been said on here
44
before.
said, Amen Crystal Kitten, I will get better opportunities to get a job outside of the city.
Oh, I'm still surprised they're allowing me reading Solving the Mysteries of Babylon the Great on my channel.
Oh.
And there's a very heavy emphasis on the
Hey, a
group
bag
of
of lime.
people that
Bag of lime.
that have been the cause of a lot of problems.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Outlaw?
Talking to somebody. Appreciate it, bro. No, I was talking to somebody in the store.
Said, Surfo is an
Had to
affect
go
as
back
of
up to the
today
store
nobody
for
on the
something.
street past 10 p.m.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Still talking
California
about them
Ford
riots?
44 said, I'll wait till all this blows over and Newsom wants
Guys,
to
can
get
y'all hear me?
arrested. Well, by all means, bye Puto, we need California red.
See, people say that what's going on in LA is a peaceful protest.
Actually, it's
What
anything but.
What happened in Ottawa was a peaceful protest until Trudeau sent in the military and the police to arrest everybody. But in Ottawa, they had bouncy houses for the
They do it.
kids.
Doing good. How about
They were
you?
giving steak
It's
and
good, bro.
eggs for the police every morning.
A peaceful protest is voting with your wallet.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
California
What you're
Ford
seeing in
44
LA is a riot.
said, well, that sucks.
People need to
balls,
learn the
'cause my
difference between
coworkers
words.
gotta change their work hours or faces being stopped.
What you doing, brother? Hey, bud, how you doing?
Timothy
I'm doing
Sokol
pretty good. About you? Come on by.
said,
Yeah.
Newsom still thinks he is gonna be president.
In other words, if I have money in my pocket to spend, and I've got the power of that money to spend, and I choose not to support certain things, that's called peaceful protesting, voting with your wallet. Because I control the power to, buy whatnot with my money. And then that's, large number of people do the same thing. That's what that is. It's technically what MGTOW is. It's peaceful protesting. What's happening in LA is organized riot.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead, man.
Sam. He's near a major city right now. Hopefully he'll be alright.
I mean, when you've got people on camera smacking windows with a skateboard, burning police cars and shit, that's not... that's called a riot.
Timothy Sokol said,
Yeah, that's not somebody who
look
got
up the
passionately
history of
upset
Mayor
about
Base.
Yeah.
California Ford 44 said, if I can
They're
go
saying
through
there's
the
supposed to be
proper channels
protesting
to
all
get
over the
legal,
country.
then why
Yeah.
can't these freeloaders in the gravy train
Yeah,
stop?
bring that shit down here.
All you gotta do is Google planned riot for June. It's everywhere. It's no secret. It ain't gonna
Ain't
be no
wrong.
surprise. Everybody knows it's coming, man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, California Ford, she was walking around. She showed a poster on a pole inviting everybody to show up and burn everything down.
Yeah, they're going to treat it like 2020 with the BLM riots. What you said a while ago was key. When they start saying that, oh, you got insurance, will pay for it, that's basically telling them that's a free-for-all to go out there and destroy however much you want to.
That was a test run.
Because what's happening is the people like the mayors and the police chiefs and all that, they're on the side
Timothy Sokol
of these rich cocksuckers that are,
20 million wetbacks
Yeah,
as
they're
of last
trying to
count.
make shit
paid and bought off.
Yes. So So when you see your elected officials turning on you on the public and allowing this to happen, you can bet your damn dollar that they've already sold you out. That all your stuff don't mean nothing to them. It's just a means to an end to bring in,
Johnny
you know,
Midnight.
political
Entered the
activism.
chat. Welcome to the stream.
I mean, hell, if
Johnny
the,
Midnight.
Johnny Midnight.
well, hell, if the
Said,
police can confiscate
Rich
your car,
Toxicers.
your house,
Johnny Midnight.
you know, if they can
Said,
take people and use them and
LOL.
stuff, I mean,
California
they pretty much own it.
444 said, they love their homeland so much than GTFO cause the
There's
only flag
kids at the
I'll be
riot
flying
as
is
young
the
as 10
USA
years
White
old.
Heart. California 444
No, they're younger. They
Said,
actually showed an infant in a
Midnight Ola.
stroller. The parent and some other people were clearing the
Johnny
CS
Midnight
gas
said,
out of the baby's eyes.
Hey,
They're
Kelly.
bringing children to these things. That's what terrorists do. They bring children in hopes that the men with guns will stand down and do nothing.
Well, there's civilians too that are trying to walk through everything with their kids and stuff like that, and they just want them getting hit in the crossfire.
Right. They do that on purpose. They
Human shields that they're on the off chance hoping that something might happen, so they can use that as propaganda and justification. I've seen that when I was deployed over in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's nothing new.
Yeah, we trained for that shit. Even when I was in England, because of the resource we had, we trained constantly for that
Timothy
in case,
Sokol
you know, like thousands of people came onto
The
the
lawyers
base
are coming
and
next.
have, you
I'll
know,
bet
terrorists
Rod
would
is
take
gonna be
advantage of
looking
that.
for a
And,
new mayor
like,
governor soon.
do you defend or not defend? What do you do?
Who just left? That
California
back.
Ford 44
Yeah, Ramadi just left.
said, they're literally disrespecting the USA
Going
White
through
Heart,
I'm
and we
going
are
through
forced
Callie's
to pay for their
live
health
today. I
care
want to
cause
find
they're
that
having all
poster on
these
that
kids
thing. I'm
by
gonna put
different
pictures in
men.
Discord.
All
Just
right.
putting posters up everywhere. Yeah, come on, burn it down.
You know, like I said, man, look at where they're happening strategically. They're in your major cities
California
where the
Ford
Dems
44
ran and controlled.
said,
They're going to be
Tim
in
exactly, and I
at
pray that we a
minimum
Republican
5
governor.
cities per state. Minimum.
Yeah.
The Northeast, the entire Northeast. We're talking all of Pennsylvania,
Johnny
Jersey,
Midnight
New York, Delaware,
said,
Connecticut. They're
Harold
all
Otra Chani.
going to be saturated
California
like a
Ford
mother. And I looked at
44
that map and I saw North Carolina. I
Johnny
was like, good
Midnight,
Lord, man,
great
we're
to
going to
see
get it
you.
worse in Georgia, South Carolina,
Johnny
and Virginia
Midnight
combined.
said,
So there's a
California
this is a
Ford
communist
44, yeah,
insurrection.
it's
What it
good
is.
to see you again.
Yep. Well, luckily, me and Gone with John are about
Chris
15,
Ilketen
20 miles out of
said,
Birmingham, so
Hi Johnny. Timothy
they're not
Sokol
gonna bring that shit down
said,
here in the sticks.
Trump couldn't he use the
They're gonna
army
do it in the
because
cities
it
where
would
it's
take an act of
controlled and
Congress.
out in the open.
A wild.
I'm telling
Douglas
you, they want
Edwards.
to do it in front of
Hey,
cameras.
Enter the
what's
chat.
up, dog? How
Yes.
you
Welcome to
doing,
the
bud?
stream.
Yes, because
California
if you
Ford
take it out in the
44
countryside
said,
where we have the advantage,
Likewise,
your
Johnny
ass is gonna
Midnight.
get shot, killed, your
Johnny
body's gonna be
Midnight
hid.
said,
Gators are gonna
Hey,
don't
Crystal.
feed, get fed
Douglas
good.
Edwards said,
That ain't no joke. I'm not
Chaos
saying that to
Outlaw
be
Battle
funny. That is
Commander.
really what will happen.
Chris Ilketen
We know these
said,
woods.
Hi Douglas.
Your ass will be
California
shot,
Ford
hid.
44
That's
Well, the
every
sun
state.
goes down.
Douglas
That's
Edwards
all your
Ola
country folks throughout the entire
Johnny
country.
Midnight
We got people like that around.
said,
Not
Yeah.
where I'm at,
well
but
hello Douglas, how are you
20
sir?
miles away from here, they're like
Douglas
that.
Edwards said,
Come try it down
Johnny
here.
Midnight Timothy
See
Sokol
what
Chris
happens.
Ilketen, hey guys.
No, they're
Timothy
going to
Sokol
gun-free zones.
said, hey
I'm
Douglas.
convinced they're going to do it in front of all the
California
cameras, so in
Ford
case somebody gets
44
hurt, they can use that for their
said,
cause.
Yeah,
Alabama
it's
is
controlled.
part of the
It's
June
in front of all the
14th
cameras and
protest
whatnot.
placard.
They want to see, they
Douglas
want
Edwards
the people getting hemmed up by the
Johnny
police that are
Midnight, I'm doing
protesting.
great brother going
when
fishing.
and where to show up. How
Douglas
to explain
Edwards
that?
I was like, they're trying to paint these protesters
California
like they're
Ford, good to see you.
they're innocent little victims, and they're fucking not. That's the thing. That's what pisses me off the most about the media. The media is portraying them as if they're the fucking victims.
California
And the police
Ford
and ICE and all of them are the big bad evil guys. Like, no, these
Douglas
motherfuckers
Edwards,
are here
likewise, sir,
illegally.
and please
And anybody
enjoy
that's
going
supporting
fishing.
these motherfuckers here need to get the fuck out with them. Because they're causing more problems than they are helping.
Well, that'd be every banker because what's the first language of choice when you go to the bank ATM? It ain't English.
Yeah.
Well, the government has their eyes, from what I remember watching last night, they have their eyes on that Neville
Timothy Sokol
Singham.
said,
Him and Karen
because
Bassmall.
Trump took over LAPD is now making arrests.
Yeah, Neville Singham, he's the guy behind all this. He's a
I see-
Chinese asshole.
I see a goldfish named Johnny Kissel.
Queso, the goldfish! Ha ha! Ha ha!
We have to I'm going to get our own in here to give us his thoughts and opinions on this. Go ahead.
Talking goldfish with a mask.
Well, let me tell you about this. Being a Wisconsin bandito cheese lover, I think I should be
California
deported
Ford
to
44
Sweden.
Oh shit.
They put fire on
Well,
cop
that's
cars
what
they're
somebody
running
was
away
talking about
from
the other
ICE, and
night.
these
I mean,
illegals
a lot of these
immigrants are living
protesters aren't
high on the
even
hog by
Spanish.
sending
They're
our
like
cash
from
to their
other
homeland.
countries.
F that.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Chinese that came in through there, you know.
Yeah,
Somalians and whatnot.
Because this is a communist revolution that is
is,
being
right.
funded by several people out of the country.
Zionist
You are
ditch pigs.
damn right.
Because it's all a Zionist psyop.
Yes, and your police chiefs, your mayors, your governors are all being told what to do and stand down because there's money being exchanged.
Yeah, it's probably out of Switzerland. I'm not kidding. Everything we fucking hate, like Davos and the WEF and the WTO, is out of
Timothy Sokol
Switzerland. I mean,
said,
Aren't they
why
supposed
is
the
that?
because
FBI arrested
they're
a
allegedly
foreign anarchist
neutral.
this morning.
Allegedly neutral, right? Exactly.
Listen,
But they also house the that Anhedron Collider thingy.
Yeah, they got
may or
that.
may not eventually, cause a supermassive black hole and kill everybody in a split second.
Listen, if this was an organic, what do you call it? If this was organic, you would be seeing people getting shot by the police everywhere, and you would also be seeing the National Guard and the military having to step in, trying to get people under control, and you would be seeing all kinds of
California
property
Ford
and people
44
getting punched and
said,
destroyed and all that. But the fact of the matter is, the fact of the matter is, it's being controlled because the people in the protest are being controlled, and they're being told what to do and what not to do. They're being directed and instructed. I mean, come on. Who the hell is giving them all these gas masks and face shields and these riot shields and all this shit? I mean, that's coming from somewhere.
They learned how to be victims. They learned how to be victims from the best victims in the world. The Tiny Hat Society.
Yeah. I'm gonna scream in pain as I strike you.
Timothy
I'm being
Sokol
impressed.
said,
Cry and
yes,
scream as they're
lifters are
striking
easy to
you.
hurt.
Yeah.
I'm getting it's another show. But you know what? What's gonna happen when they go into Alabama? They're gonna meet some
Watch
guys
your
like,
step.
"Come on, boy, drop them, City Slicker."
I'm about to make you feel pretty.
Watch your step.
Where else but Birmingham?
Midnight.
If
That's
they-
what I'm saying. When they
Watch
get
your
down, if it makes its way down to the south, it's not gonna be a good time. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be.
If it does, it ain't gonna be nowhere else but in Birmingham or
California
Montgomery or
Ford 44
Huntsville or.
Said,
They're gonna
I'm
do it
so
where
disappointed in our
the
mayor
Blues
for
are
holding
running it.
these Save the
You know
Illegal
why?
The big
Immigrants
cities.
rally. I'll
You know
never
why,
ever look
Outlaw?
at him the same
Because
again. He
in
SJ
Birmingham,
damn
they
disgrace.
love the governor.
Shit, I hate that motherfucker. He almost caused a riot when
Watch your step.
George Floyd got his neck beat on.
Watch your step.
Yeah. We're gonna have another one of these fucking summers.
You mean when he overdosed on fentanyl?
Well, that motherfucker, he's okay. So
Timothy Sokol
everybody
step,
here
said,
knows
"The
that our
rednecks will
mayor in
just shoot them
Birmingham
with
was a
one
black
step."
guy, Mayor Woodson. That motherfucker was sitting there getting people spooled up in the middle of Birmingham Park, you know, people had their pitchforks and all this shit up. They were on Facebook sitting there threatening to come into the communities and kill people. They had people on there literally threatening to shoot and kill people in these suburbs and communities outside of Birmingham, and that motherfucker was sitting there. Oh, yeah,
California
for
444
Are you kidding me?
illegal
Yeah, no, I'm
They
serious.
get free stuff
Even
at our
where I'm at,
expense.
they had
That I'm
Antifa. They
sick
were
and
threatening to come
tired
into
of
our
paying for the
neighborhood.
illegal immigrants gravy train.
That rumor lasted about an hour, and they all fucked off somewhere else. Because, we're right outside of Fort Bragg. Almost everybody's a goddamn combat. You know, either combat, have been in combat, or trained for combat. This is not the area to go fuck around in.
Shit, them motherfuckers sit.
Question here. Since supposedly the Ku Klux Klan is on every corner, doesn't Alabama have a lot of them, though, that would stop?
California
Let me tell you something. Those people are not around like they were years ago.
I can cook and I work hard for a living without getting
But
anything for free.
there's probably still, you know, those types of guys around.
But
I wouldn't doubt it.
Probably. I don't know.
Now, obviously, they're not around anymore, you know, like they used to be in the 80s and 70s, but...
Right.
Now, their numbers are way small nowadays.
Of course, I'm not somebody that's sitting here advocating for racial violence either.
Pulling in.
You know,
But
I don't want none of that.
I am advocating for community defense, though.
Now, I will say this. People need to do their research on the Klan because it wasn't originally about that.
No,
Johnny K's Oivei.
The Klan was originally about keeping deadbeat men in line who would rape women and, you know, be deadbeat fathers to their kids, white or black.
And they were largely Democrats.
Yes, they're a Democrat created thing.
Timothy Sokol.
I mean, why do you think they called them Dixiecrats?
The Cardinals
when,
communists
George
are
Wallace
already
was
embedded in America.
Yeah.
California
that's
Ford
before my
44
time, or probably any of our
said,
times, but not
Riggs
too
Ola.
long before.
And then the Klan slowly turned into what, you know, people saw in the 60s, 70s.
Well, and then Hollywood also turned them into, you know...
Yeah, Hollywood
Riggs
didn't help.
Jr.
Yeah, Hollywood
said,
didn't help. I'm not
Kelly
trying to
Hill.
defend them, because I don't care for the KKK at all, but I'm
I
just
don't either.
saying, mainly because...
Have no use for them.
I have none either, but
Pulling in.
I'm just saying that, like, they turn them into cartoon characters. You know what I mean? The big
California
baddie
Ford
that-
44
Mm-hmm.
said,
You know, they became Blues
Maxine
Brothers
Waters
props.
got the
You know what I
nerves
mean?
to
That's
put her
what they
2
were.
cents in.
Junior?
Remind me to punch your mama when we get home.
Mm-hmm.
That was Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Junior? When I get you home, the first thing I'm going to do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Oh, well, you might appreciate this. I used to live by Mount Prospect when I lived in Chicago. I'd
California
see the
Ford
Bluesmobile
44
drive around
Target you.
all the
said,
frickin' time.
Watch
well,
way.
I'll be
Mount
staying
Prospect
close on this
Police Car.
side of town.
That's such a great movie.
Pulling in.
Well,
Her and her
Right.
Showtime friends all poontanging around town.
He's like, getting up at the town and it cost her $40. She was running up at, she was dancing, no, she was running up at, no, she was
Watch
dancing
way.
back up that aisle. Her ass was wiggling too.
Wiggling. Yeah.
Let go of that wheel. Nobody makes Sheriff Buford T. Justice look like a possum's back out. Except shut your ass.
Damn it.
I love that fucking movie, man. Shut your ass. Danny, my hat blew off. I hope your goddamn head was in it. The top came off. No shit.
The same dark magic that was emanating
I'd be delighted to tell you, Mr. Bandit. When I get you home, the first thing I'm going to do is find
Johnny
the tallest
Midnight
tree in the county.
said,
And then
Hello,
I'm
Riggs
going to hang you
Bracelet.
from it. Sheriff, I'm listening. Do the letters FO mean anything to you?
If we want to keep going,
Smart
we will
aleck.
have to go down the storm ride.
California Ford 44 said, these rich
imitate
politicians
Smokey
know
really
what they're
good.
doing. They want all of us
Smart
against
aleck.
each other, but
Smart
jokes on them,
aleck.
not gonna happen.
Man, I've been watching that
Timothy
shit since I
Sokol
was
said, Ice the
like
feds
5 or
rolled
6
through
years.
for the port and the
It
wets
was
here
probably your
are out of
first movie.
sight.
Your mama probably put it on while
Oh,
you were
dude.
in crib, and you're watching that shit. Go like, that's what I want. I'm gonna be a moonshiner when I grow up.
That whole movie is one big commercial for the South.
It is, isn't it?
I'm gonna barbecue your ass in molasses.
A wild Bingus entered the chat.
Some bitch.
Welcome to the stream.
Hey,
Are you gonna win your
Bingus
green? Yeah.
Did you
said,
get that video I sent
hey
you about
Chaos, good day,
Schopenhauer?
sir.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, Bingus?
yeah.
How you doing?
California
Figured
Ford
that'd be
44
something that you could always put in your back
said,
catalog. It's really
Tim,
good.
same here. Ice is here. And
Batty
these illegal
Commander sent me
immigrants are
stuff.
laughing,
You sent me
thinking
stuff.
It's funny.
Ramadi sent me a
California
video a while
Ford
ago.
44
Chrome Dome sent me
said,
something.
Bingus Ola.
I gotta take a look at and start doing like a compilation of that stuff. Y'all send me some good stuff, man. Every one of y'all.
Why do you need 400 cases of Coors? Because it's thirsty, dummy.
That's great psychology. Why don't you just talk about my mother? Look, your mama is so...
Oh, yeah.
What does he get if he wins this truck rodeo thing?
Said,
Yeah.
I pepper sprayed myself last
$5,000.
night. I was
Chicken
fucked. I
shit
didn't
money.
know it DB that bad. I'd rather get tasered.
Bingus pepper sprayed himself last
California
night.
Ford 44
Oh, damn.
He did? He
was-
pepper
Damn
sprayed
it,
himself?
Bingus.
Why?
Oh,
Rich
shit.
Oh
JR
my god.
Who
said,
did that?
I'm gonna
Bingus.
need a
I'm gonna
speedy car
need-
speedier than that.
Why?
I'm gonna need a speedier car. Speedier than that. That damn Trans Am. Look, okay, that car factory had a 6.6 in it, like a 400 big block.
Said, hey Cali
Them
Ford.
cars were so heavily choked down and detuned, that car probably only made like what? 100 and something horsepower?
Said,
If
hi
that.
Bingus.
So wait, the Trans Am was not as fast as advertised, basically? Or
Timothy Sokol.
Well, they
Said,
were still building
I go
big
through 2
blocks
cans of
at
maize
that
a year
time,
just on libtards.
but the oil embargo crisis from around that time choked them down
Hello,
so much
kitten.
that
Yeah.
they weren't making but like couple hundred horsepower, if that.
California Ford 44 said, I'm shocked you can read it, Bingus.
It's
Damn
got
it, why
cop
would
shocks,
you do that?
cop motor, cop suspension. It runs good on regular gas.
Take out the creatures channeling on that.
What is this? This stupid car. This stupid police car.
Like, my own goddamn brother picks me up from prison in a police car.
All right, well, I sent you a picture, and it's telling everybody to wear
Riggs Jr.
red.
said,
Alright, let me go check that
around
out.
210 and
He
it's
goes-
a
he
400
goes,
small block.
So is it
with
the
Siamese
Bluesmobile
horse.
or what? He's like, fix the
Crystal
cigarette lighter.
Said, he
Fire
wasn't
against
thinking before
ice.
doing it.
Saturday, June 14th.
Hey,
Meet in
Oz,
front of Pasadena City Hall. Wear red.
what the hell is that?
Yeah, who's printing these flyers out?
I'm sure it's Chinese.
These motherfuckers are organized.
Wait a minute.
My arms
so
were burning to
this is
hell.
a
I should
flyer
have done
for
it in
another,
Phil's
like,
stream.
quote-unquote protest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My own brother picks me up in a police car.
Hey, Chaos, did you get the Doom game yet?
No, I haven't. I plan on it eventually.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch some Let's Plays to see if it's like if I get bored watching somebody else play it, I know I'm gonna get bored playing it
Yeah.
myself.
Well, I mean, it's inevitable. I'm probably gonna get bored playing it eventually. It's
Well,
just
yeah, but
the way it is with most builder survival-like games.
Bingus, what'd you do, man?
Said,
he
Ha ha ha, I want to do a
maced
lot of things on
himself.
Phil's stream, but he always
What the
restricted me
fuck?
and I don't like it.
Why'd you do that?
Did he think it was spray on hot sauce and went?
Said, last time I
He was
tossed
trying to
myself,
egg
I
on.
started twitching.
He
I
spread some
think he
hot
was
sauce
trying
on
to show
himself.
off.
He was trying to impress a woman, wasn't he?
I bet.
He's like, hey, look at this. I have some.
Like, hey, look what I can do, man.
But, last time he tased himself, he started twitching. What?
Crystalkitten
Bingus,
said, are you not getting
tased-
enough attention,
you tased
Bingus?
yourself, Bingus?
Roger
My arms are
Erlenagel
burning to hell. I should have
said,
put it in Phil's.
I thought WoW was going to be a May thing.
What was that he said on next Friday? He gonna drown. No, take 20 minutes. I know. I had 2 or 3 fatal attractions in my day.
Johnny Midnight said, hey Bingus, California Ford 484
she done sprayed a player.
He Crystal Kitten star comment
I love
LOL.
that bit you have, that you have outlaw. This motherfucker is locked.
This motherfucker is lost. Yeah, that's Ramadi's cutaway.
Yeah, that's his cutaway, right?
He wants you to know it.
I'm looking at where I'm at. They're gonna go. They're gonna try and get
said,
every sizable city in
hey
North
Johnny
Carolina.
Midnight, good day sir.
Got posters for every fucking even Greenville. That's size, but it's not big.
Commander, I mean, like I mean, I know that like my sister lives in around Vietnam, but I know that like, what is it, Asheville? That's like hippie central, isn't it?
Asheville is huge. Lots of money up there. Millionaires like you would not fucking believe.
Fuck you looking at, old man?
Plus, you got the
Whoa,
Billy
bro.
Graham. You have multiple Billy Graham centers up there. A lot of money.
Track the Nerubians to a burrow near the meadery. They must be after the cinder brew.
Yeah, I heard if you're like looking for work, that's definitely a place to consider. But
conversation initiated.
Yeah, and you can shut the fuck up too.
California Ford 44
You're liberal and you like
the
Democrats.
clients
yeah,
hired an
that's a perfect place to
American
go.
company to finish up the house for sale since the illegal immigrants that they picked up won't show up for work.
Like Denver, Colorado.
see,
Said,
my sister said
I
she
spit
was
in the
gonna get a
face of
t-shirt
people
of
who don't want to be
Shiloh
cool.
Hendrix flipping you off. She said, "I'm gonna wear this so I can flip everybody off at Food Lion." I was like, "That sounds fucking funny." She'd do it too.
Make sure I don't run over nobody.
Are you online? Are you driving, Outlaw?
Yeah, I'm trying to take a shortcut back to the house and all that
Make
good
sure
stuff.
you use the paved road, Outlaw.
Yule.
All right, I'm gonna send you guys a map of everywhere they're going, so you pick your state and if it's gonna be close to you or not.
It won't happen by me.
Come on, man. Out of my way, bro.
There's some
Hey, Outlaw.
Canadians that are going down to help with
Yeah.
the protest,
What is your
and they're getting detained at the border.
Let me hit nobody, man. Shit. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Oh
Wait,
God.
What'd you say, Kitten?
Bingus
There's
said,
Canadians that
hey,
are
Dougie,
going
good to
down
see
to
ya.
help with the riots, but they're getting detained at the borders because they don't want to help stop the riot. They want to help start the riot.
Well, good. That's why we have a northern border. Good.
Well-
Don't let them cross. No offense, Canada, but no. Go fuck yourself.
If it wasn't for America, Canada wouldn't have borders.
Oh, shit.
Good. Stop them. Turn them away. But no, Outlaw, what I was going to say was, you were talking about that scene from next Friday where Day-Day's rolling around in the yard where he got pepper sprayed. And he's like, oh, it takes 20 minutes. No, let me tell you, from personal experience, as someone who's been not maced, but pepper sprayed with actual OC spray, Oceolarum capsum, the good stuff, 3 times.
Protect the people of the island.
3
Douglas
times.
Edwards
Twice on active
said,
duty, and
hey,
once
Bingus,
as a
good
civilian,
evening.
all for training
Roger Erlenagel
purposes.
said,
It takes a
It's
hell
not
of a
like
lot
people
longer
don't
than
want to be
20
cool,
minutes
it's the ones
for
who
that
think
shit
they already are,
to
but
fucking
guarantee.
stop hurting.
It'll last for hours, especially if the wind blows on it. If you got it under your
yeah.
skin and the wind blows over it, it'll activate it again. I've been sprayed with that shit before.
The worst thing that you can do is try to use water. It might feel good for a few seconds, but it's water based and it's water activated.
Dude, I was out for hours.
So it's just gonna hurt. It's just gonna hurt worse and longer if you do that. The only thing that's gonna make that pain go away is time. Is fresh air. Like you gotta force your eyeballs open. Fresh air.
I
and
couldn't
time.
open my eyes.
Say milk.
That's it.
Put it. You can get rid of it in 5 minutes.
Huh?
Milk. It gets
Not milk.
if you get sprayed in the face with pepper spray, douse your face with milk, and it actually gets rid of the pepper spray, and it will stop the burning.
Yeah, it neutralizes it.
I'll tell you in private, but I'm not going to say it on the open air because it's not a well-known secret, but it's not hard to figure
California Ford 44.
it out. You can deactivate
Said,
pepper spray pretty quick.
Damn it, Bingus, go outside and wash your
The
eyes
easiest
out.
way not to feel the effects of pepper spray is not to get pepper sprayed, which is what I would choose. If I had to choose,
That's the route I
like
go.
getting shot in the leg
Bingus
or getting pepper sprayed, I'd rather get shot in the
I
leg.
didn't
If you
use
can
anything
remove the
but
bullet
water
and give
and
me
Irish
drugs
Spring,
for the pain.
lol.
Well, like I said, if you carry the decontaminant with you, if you're going to be stupid and do these things that people are doing,
Bot Rex.
that's why I'm not saying it out
Said,
loud, because if
enjoying
anybody
the
catches
show,
onto
make
it,
sure
I
to
don't want to
click
be
that like
responsible for
button
helping
and
anybody.
subscribe to
I'm
show
not trying
your
to give away
support.
trade secrets.
Timothy
Yeah, like I
Sokol
said, I'll tell you privately.
said,
And you'd be like, really?
that's
Damn.
why I use a mace pepper mix.
I'd just
It takes hours
rather
to
not
subside, plus it's
have to
Diglow
deal with the
orange.
effects of pepper spray again. And even though I carried pepper spray, not on active duty as a civilian working in a private security field, but I never had to use it.
Yeah, the first time I got hit with pepper was for training, and it was in the summertime. Ooh, when them pores are open up, if you don't decontaminate properly, well, this is why I say
overkill.
hours after you decontaminate any little spot you got on your face or your arms, and you're driving down the road, oh my god, it just flares right back up like you would. It's like gas on your body.
They made a point. Like the first time I got it, we were going through non-lethal training.
Said,
So that wasn't
but
just
carrying
OC.
milk
It
around
was
with you
the
is
whole
racist.
gamut of non-lethal and riot control. Even though we never got to do that, practically apply it in real life. But whatever, it was, it was training. And then the second time when I was going through the martial arts instructor trainer course, we got hit with pepper spray, and we had to go through this course, and we had to fight, and just it sucked.
California
But what really
Ford
sucked
44
was instead of hitting us in the
said,
forehead and just
water
having
and
it run
saline
down,
Bingus
no,
and
they
wash your head
specifically
in the
made a
shower.
point to hit us in the eyes. Even though our eyes were closed, you're not keeping that shit out.
Yeah,
Marty, it's almost guaranteed with the stuff you got hit with, oil-based, which does not evaporate. This stuff will stay on there forever. The oil-based capsicum, oleoresin capsicum.
Yeah, I don't know what. It was whatever from actual, peppers or oil or seed oil or the whatever. But yeah, dude, it sucked, man. Like I said, if I had a choice, I'd rather be like, no, man, shoot me in the leg or shoot me in the shoulder. They can remove the bullet and give me drugs. I'm good.
California Ford
they got
44
three. Well, last time
said,
I checked on it, they got
the
three
streets
types. They
are
got
so
foam
quiet that I
spray,
can finally roam
and
freely.
aerosol spray. I mean, it still burns like a bitch, but it evaporates faster. And they got the one mixed with like vegetable oil, which kind of just sticks to your skin better. And you don't rub it off. If you try to rub it off,
Timothy
you rub it
Sokol
in. That's the
said,
oil-based shit. That
It's
stuff
called
is,
capsicum,
oh my
the
God,
active
it's horrible.
ingredient.
Especially in the summertime. Oh my God.
Well, no, that's the dumbest thing you can do is try to, again, I mean, it's a natural instinct. You try to rub it away with your hands, you rub it away with your sleeve, or you try to flush it with
Want
water.
to partake in the
But
dumpster
I mean,
fires,
the damage
join
has
the
already
Discord,
been done.
https Discord ggfwqm6zhmrs. Bingus.
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
said,
where'd Midnight go? Did
yet
he
it was
drop?
oil-based too. California Ford
Yeah,
44
the training we got
No,
said,
Johnny Midnight.
I'll run the stream while I nap.
The training I
Dingus
got was equal to law enforcement
I'm never doing
and
that again.
military for private stuff.
California Ford 44.
And it was summertime.
Said,
They
I
hit you
hope
right in
not,
the eyes.
Dingus.
Go right across the bridge of your nose, just wham.
Yeah.
And you had to walk. You had to walk to the bucket.
Roger Elunoggle
Part of the,
said,
if you couldn't make it,
I've
somebody
been
would guide
watching
you to
peppers
it,
get hotter my whole
you're trying
life.
to see how long you can, everybody. You want to figure out how long you can take
Timothy
it before you go.
Sokol said,
I
I
mean,
use a mace pepper mix because it burns mucous membrane.
I mean, you can
California
go
Ford
through it,
44.
with
said,
some sense of
Roger
dignity.
Olaf.
But the first time I saw it, because we were all standing in line watching, so it was like we saw the reaction of the people that were in front of us. I saw one kid, he got hit, and probably within 10 seconds, he took off running and just stopped and started slamming his face into the ground. Another guy took off running, blind, and ran all the way to the end of this football field, and I'm not even joking, ran into the goalpost and knocked himself out.
I ain't never seen nobody do that, but I can see why they would. Burns.
So yeah, no, I'm not a fan of I know it works, but I'm not a fan of OC spray.
Bingus.
Yeah, that's what I'm
said,
thinking about getting me a big old
First
can of
instinct
bear
going backwards.
spray. It's worse than what the cops use. Bear spray.
Roger
We
Elunoggle
can't ignite the keg.
said, I'm glad you made it through the mostly peaceful protests, Kelly.
What? Forget the
Well, they
edict.
took it off the shelf.
I
for this
cannot.
weekend.
That is why it must be me. You must guide the earthen.
Fail, brother.
But I sent everybody a map, so at least you got an idea where it may or may not pop off.
One last ride, then you are free. Syrinx!
It looks like Panhandle of Florida. You got a
My directive is to protect this isle
Timothy Sokol
and the earthen.
said,
All the
for
earthen.
EC Mexicans shake off pepper spray, they had to use the nightsticks
So
on his ass.
I saw the map too, buddy, man. It was blue dots all over the damn place in every state.
Yeah, man. Look at North Carolina. I had no idea there were that many communists. And look at Asheville, the western part of North Carolina. Everything from Charlotte all the way to Tennessee. They're especially right there, from Rockingham all the way over to Tennessee, all the way through Asheville.
He's gone.
Shame.
We did it.
Rest of my generation got bit by the commie bug, bro. It's awful. I'm ashamed of my generation.
It's not your entire generation, just a bunch of jackasses bought into it.
So, Kit, is that...
Go ahead, Ramadian.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to ask. I mean, you don't have to go into too much detail, but I mean, is that where you're at? Or
Yeah, they can deal
are
maze
you up
like
north
nothing,
on the
bro.
other
I
side
was
of the
going
border?
of heading instinct.
Excuse me.
You're talking to Kitten, all right?
Yeah, I was asking Kitten a question. Do what? Are you up somewhere in Canada? Are you Canadian?
I'm in Northern Ontario.
Okay.
Okay. Way away.
Timothy Sokol
We live in igloos and
said,
use dog sleds.
better have more than 2 boxes of ammo handy.
Apparently.
Bingus said, hearing.
You let one person in Kitten's town make some money, talk a little shit about your town. Now even you're buying it.
See, we upgraded from dog sleds to slews.
Roger
So
Elunoggle
we upgraded.
said, this current generation is heavily propagandized toward communism.
Well, it's because it's ramrodded down their throat through their educators and through the media. They do. So do Republicans.
Oh shit! Beach Boys legend Brian Wilson died. Interesting.
Bingus.
It's coming to the time where the old...
I was born in 1999,
musicians are
not
starting
part
to
of it,
die.
lol.
Yep. Sly, the guy from Sly and the Family Stone, just died like what, 2 days ago?
Let me know when Axl Rose bites it.
Another dude that looks like a lady.
Conversation terminate. Tell me what has happened.
Keith Richards is going to out them all. He's a
Mick Jagger
medical
can live.
miracle.
Mick Jagger can live, but Axl Rose, he can take the short bus out.
Yeah.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne's apparently on his last legs.
Ozzy.
Yeah, Ozzy probably could have been gone like 20 years ago, but he's still hanging around.
Yep. All them drugs and preservatives coursing through his body gave him extended life. Now I'm going to wrap things up because it's creeping towards that time where I get to go do that grand old thing we all love to do. We call it adulting. Yay! Adulting. Yay.
What the fuck?
Give a shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the Discord. We got Batty Commander. We got Ramadi. We got Crystal Kitten and Outlaw. Make sure to check out Kitten, Outlaw, and Batty Commander here on YouTube. Put out a lot of great content. And in the chat, we have Bingus. It's good seeing you again, sir. Douglas
Have a good
Edwards.
day, sir.
Always a pleasure seeing you, sir. You know, Johnny Midnight. Thanks for coming into the Discord and hanging out for a little bit. Make sure to check out Cali Ford 44. Puts out some great content
Roger
here on
Aguinaldo
YouTube. Riggs Jr., it's always a
said,
pleasure.
I've been praying for Mick. I do like to see him in heaven.
Timothy Sokol, it's good seeing you, sir. Grave Digger, Roger Eisenagel, it's good seeing you again, sir. And that is it. Alright, well, I'll give a shout out to thank you again to everybody that's still subscribed. Your continued support has been greatly appreciated. Thank you to those just recently subscribed. Do hope you stick around for the long run. I'll be back with some more World of Warcraft tonight. Hope to see you there. Till next time, y'all have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you hail from. Monday's Biatch. Peace.
Don't touch me there. My no square. Don't touch me there. My no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. My no square.